All right, what is up? Welcome, Sporter Kings. My name is Shane Kramer with Brand Man Brandon. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Oh, not too bad, buddy. Pretty good weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of took it easy. Yeah, just staying productive. Finally checked out that Alamo Draft House Theater in
Oh,
Wrigleyville, which was awesome, by the way.
yeah. We got to talk
Ver-
about that because I want to know everything about that one.
Oh man, yeah, I already can't wait to go back.
Yeah, nice.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
So
How was your weekend?
it was good. It was good.
Mm,
We're waiting for Brian for anybody watching. He had his grand opening today, so he's gonna be here in a little bit.
mm.
But my weekend sucked. I was sick all weekend, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry to
It
hear
is
that.
such a gorgeous weekend too, man. It was so nice
Yeah.
all week, like probably what 60s ish, high
Mm,
50s or something. Oh man, it was
yep.
like perfect weather for me. I was so upset.
Oh
I'm still
man.
like super out of it. But all three of us, man, me, the baby, he's sick,
Mm.
and Erica. So we're just all just moping around the house, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah. So it sucks pretty bad. but
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
we did go see we got to see the movie on Friday, and
Uh-huh.
then that was when we noticed the baby got sick. His nose was running really bad. And then
Yeah.
that Saturday I woke up and I'm like, oh no. And then his
Mhm.
his nose was just a faucet. I was like, ah. So
Oh
no sleep,
man.
man. That poor little guy got no sleep, which means we got no sleep. So
Oh man, I hope the little guy's all right.
he's doing good. He's doing good.
Good.
Yeah, he's doing better. Yeah,
Good.
but me and my girlfriend still feel like crap. It was
Mm.
like, oh, so, but yeah. Who we got in chat? We got Matt Film Show talking about the Marvels, how he enjoyed it. You have the chemistry between all of them, same.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But
Mhm.
I'm glad you liked it. Brandon Davis, yo, what's up,
Brandon,
Brandon?
what's going
And
on,
then
buddy?
Matt Film Show. The favorite MCU movie this year behind Guardians Volume 3.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, the list isn't too long.
Yeah.
Quantum Mania, right? There's a few, but
Yeah.
but
Forgot about
it was
Quantum
good.
Mania for a minute. Yeah. Yeah.
It was good.
I enjoyed it. I know we're gonna get into it, but
Yeah,
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 yeah. I had a fun time watching it.
yeah. That post credit scene, awesome.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
That post, I usually spoil it for me. Like if it's leaked, I'll watch it
Mhm.
early and shit. I avoided all the spoilers, avoid any leaks, and I went in, so that was like a fresh thing. But that post credit scene was pretty dope.
Yep, I went in completely blind.
Yeah. And we got
Yeah.
Mika G. What's up? Hello. What's up,
Hey,
Mika?
Mika.
I think it's the first time seeing you here, so we appreciate
Mhm.
you. Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
being here.
It sounded like a new face. I didn't recognize the name at first.
Yeah. But appreciate you being here. Darkroom
Yeah,
Reviews.
thanks for
What's
joining.
up, dude? Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, thank you, man. Also, go check out Darkroom Reviews. He's building his channel. He's really fun to watch. He got some great content over there. So go check him out as well. But thank you, Darkroom.
Mhm.
Randy said, "What's up? Trying to bust out another episode of Parks and Rec real fast."
Nice.
Bro, I love. I got the whole Amazon Prime Day. We wind up buying the
Mhm.
entire series on Blu-ray for like it was less than $20. I think it was like
Mhm.
18 or 17 or something like that. And we're like, oh, that's a must buy, like easy.
Nice.
I should have brought down my haul because I was it Friday before we went to the movie, we went to the Goodwill, and I look at what's going on, half price books. I wound up getting like
Mhm.
Batman The Dark Knight Returns animated, like the
Mhm.
movie, so part 1, part 2 together. Like we got like Battlestar Galactica
Mhm.
season 1 because we already have season 2. Like we wind up getting a decent haul of shit, man. Like
Nice.
yeah. So
Mhm.
sorry to hear about that, Lucas. Yeah, he's good. He's a trooper though. He's running around chasing the dog already. So
Mhm.
Grant said it was a good movie. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Derpy, what's up, Derpy? See, I got my soundboard working.
Mhm.
Where we at?
Oh, don't worry, Derpy. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there,
Yeah.
and we will get there.
Oh yeah. Hey Kenny, what's up, Kenny? Yo,
Kenny,
fam, how's it going? What's up, Kenny Sparks?
what's going on, man?
Another great guy. He actually reviewed. I don't want to give what he rated the Marvels, but Kenny also reviewed the Marvels, and he's got some takes on it and stuff like that, which I understand. I get everything he said. I'm listening to a lot of reviews and seeing a lot of different sides of everything. So, but yeah, go check out Kenny Sparks. Does a lot of awesome stuff over there too. Thank you, internet. Yeah. I avoided that thing like the plague. Like Thursday night, Thursday and all day Friday, I was just off the internet.
Yeah,
like I was just
said,
off.
I was staying away from everything.
Yeah.
I was going in blind. Was still very surprised. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
Look at the smile on my face.
But if you want to see it, it's all over YouTube. It's all over the internet. You know, for whatever reason, if you don't want to go see this movie, you know, and you want to just go see just the post credit scene, you can easily see it. Emergency Awesome did a whole he didn't show it obviously, but he talked about it. I think his thumbnail with the picture of it, but it's all over the internet. You can easily find the post credit scene, you know, so which was hands down was something that got me really hyped, man.
Very easily one of the best MCU post credit scenes as far as I'm concerned.
In a long time, probably the best one in a long time.
Yeah, like it's it really is a game changer. So I can't wait to talk about it, man.
Yeah. I saw both movies once. I seem to have no motivation watching anything over and over, except Dead Reckoning Part 1. So what? Wait, which both movies? I don't know which one you're talking about. What else came out this week? That was the Marvels. I'm talking about what? I don't know. Wait, which ones are you talking about? Which saw both movies? I forget. So like I said, I'm still sick. So man, like whenever I get sick like this, I get brain fog really, really bad. Normally, I get fog really, really bad and get brain farts. Like now, when I'm sick, it's really bad. Like there's shit I can't remember I did 5 minutes ago when I'm sick. I stay away from work because I will fuck up shit. Have you ever watched The Killer yet? No, I have about.
No, I gotta watch it.
I'm with it. I heard it's really good. I heard it's really, really good. It has a really good like violent fight scene or something like along those lines, but it has a really good scene that people are like talking about it.
Yeah. So, David Fincher usually brings his A game.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Sully Streams did a ranking of his Fincher films? I think it was Sully Streams. Which I know, you know, we never really talked to him, but he is like somebody I do follow. He's another smaller creator. And I think I would recommend going check him out. Did his? Let me make sure I'm talking about the right person real quick. Yeah, he did all 12 David Fincher films ranked. So David Fincher always has like great movies. Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
Don't spoiler. You gotta play. Yeah, but like I think like he had one thing I super like he didn't like he thought Mank was like one of his worst ones, and I really enjoyed. I didn't think I was gonna like Mank because Mank is a movie about the making of Citizen Kane. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I thought it was gonna be stupid, and I wound up loving that movie. I was like, it was really good. I think number one he has like what does he have number one? Well, I don't want to spoil it, but go ahead, go check that out. He has all 12 David Fincher movies on there. So a Fight Club, you know, one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
So check that out.
Very much the like movie that's synonymous with David Fincher. Alongside Seven, I'd say.
Oh yeah, damn! I forgot about that. Yeah, man, the dude has a great freaking catalog. So here's what I was talking about. Really does. Here's videos he has right here. He has ranked all of them right there, and it's doing really well. Damn, 6,000 views. So that's check that out. That's a good. It's a really good video too. I had fun watching it. What else we got? That post credit scene gave me the same elation I had when Krasinski showed up as Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say more
Oh
because they
yeah,
kind of spoiled that thing, the the Krasinski thing. It was kind of spoiled in
yeah,
the trailers and shit. You know,
hmm
so I don't know.
yeah. They
Currently
did a
watch.
really good job keeping this one under wraps.
Really, yeah, they really did. They
Mhm.
really did. Uh, Guardians 3, Ant-Man 3. Oh, don't do those theaters. Ant-Man 3, I can understand. Guardians 3, though, man. Guardians 3 was something else, man.
Yeah, James Gunn didn't have to go that hard, but he did. He
It's
did
by
that for all of
far,
us.
by far one of the best MCU movies this entire year. Like when you're
Yeah.
ranking them, it should start and end with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It really is. So
I would even put it as one of the better
Nah.
ones overall.
Nah.
Like not it's not top 3, it's not top
not-
5,
it's not. It's not.
but
When
I'll probably put top 10.
How many is it? Is there 18 movies? Is it 22 movies? 22 movies?
No, there's like 30 something MCU movies.
This is the 33rd.
Yeah,
Movies,
Marvels.
including
movies, I think. Let me see. 33
'cause
33 films.
films. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a top. You put it in top third. That's what you're saying by 10. You're putting it in the top
maybe.
third. I mean, so is it better than Avengers? The first one, not
The first one. That's why I'm thinking the first one, because I say Infinity War and Endgame are kind of their own thing. And they're
those are
like,
the 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You don't. You're not
Yeah.
going to pass those up.
yeah.
So, Iron Man is
number Iron Man.
Iron Man
up
number
there.
1 is up there. Is way up there. Winter
in top
Soldier is
10.
way up there.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, Winter Soldier, I give up there. I even say Civil War was
they're
up there
definitely
too.
up there. Yeah,
You know, Ragnarok,
Ragnarok is great.
Black Panther 1.
Yeah, Black Panther.
Ooh, that's a bang.
What else?
Let me pull
The
up the
first
list.
Guardians.
Guardians. The
See,
first
first one
or
is
third.
and are
The
right
first-
there. They're like right there.
I think that I like the first one more than I like the third because it started off and gave me an
Mhm.
idea what's going on. So I put number 1 still up there higher.
Here, I got the list here. I'll put it above Avengers Ultron. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Here's the list. Iron Man, that's top 10. Incredible
Iron
Hulk,
Man is
that's
amazing.
okay. Iron Man 2, not good. Thor, not good. Captain America: First Avenger,
I don't like
okay.
I never liked
Avengers was a lot of fun. Yeah, I never really cared for it. I know that's the only one I never watched multiple times. Like the other Captain America ones, all the time. Iron Man 3
I watched
sucked.
it
Dark World
for just
sucked.
Peggy.
Yeah. You're not kidding.
I was like, that's all I needed for.
Guardians 1 and 3 are really close.
I think 1 is still better than 3.
Yeah, man. Maybe, but if it is by a hair. It's better than
like-
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, but I like Doctor Strange more.
Then Guardians 3, nah.
Yeah, I like Doctor Strange more. The first one.
The first one
I thought was
Yeah.
genius. It was a game changer. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah, I loved how trippy it
loved it.
was.
Yeah,
Mm.
super trippy, super just like it was very different.
It's the first time you saw something like that. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
really intelligent. I thought that was great. All the Spider-Man
Not to mention one of my favorite 3D experiences in the theater.
Oh man,
because it was just everything. The kaleidoscope effect. It was so good. See, I forget about all the Spider-Mans. And when you put all the Spider-Mans in there, that's what it's
yeah.
like.
I did forget about Spider-Man's Black Panther. It's the Infinity War that and Endgame of their own thing. Better than Captain Marvel, better than Black Widow, better than Eternals, better than Shang-Chi, better than the last Multiverse Madness, better than Wakanda, better than that. Yeah, so and then we start getting into the new stuff.
Probably 13 for me. Which is not far. It's not.
I would have to look at it. Like actually, like make a list. That might be my next list I do on Letterboxd since there's
that's a good list.
So fucking many. Yeah, do that. All right, let's get caught up. But I would recommend, man, seeing Guardians. I don't know. I'm sure you already saw it, but man, in theaters, man, it was hard not to cry. You're like, no.
It was grown men.
Yeah,
I ain't crying. You crying, man.
Yeah. So the last day was my last theater experience.
You can't let that be your last one.
Yeah, that can't be the. That sucks.
Can't do it.
Jesus, man, that's how you want to end things?
I know, right?
Exactly.
Pure hatred. That's all it was. Ant-Man 3 was in line with other Ant-Man movies. Yeah, probably the least of the three though. It was even overly woke and any other garbage that was spread about it. Or it wasn't overly woke. No, the problem wasn't being woke or whatever. It was just
I think it could have been written better.
Yeah, it could have been written a lot better. And it I don't know, it shouldn't have been focused on just, it didn't have any ambition other than being a big trailer for Kang.
I didn't,
And it
I didn't mind, but things you could have done. You never
didn't.
involved the first real Ant-Man. I mean, how you have him there? And I mean, it seemed like people weren't even interested in it.
Mhm.
You know, like just going through the motions. I really didn't like the Cassie Lang. The story just happened. Like it just went so fast. Like I think you said that, Brandon, actually, when it first happened, like the whole Cassie Lang, I built this thing, and it was like story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when did Cassie Lang in the past ever show that kind of aptitude for it just did too much, and just the pacing it didn't really work, which was too bad. The way the route they went with it had a lot of potential, and
it could have been really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of Wasp in it for a movie titled Ant-Man and the Wasp either.
She was hardly in it. Not to be critical, but you can't see crap if you go smaller than an atom. Yeah, but that was the whole thing. It's like it's a whole nother universe of atomic.
They talked about it in the Marvels, right?
Yeah.
When they talked about Kang. Oh no, that's in Loki. That was in Loki. They said.
Loki. Yeah, Loki. Well, they just called it 616 adjacent, which was kind of awesome. Yeah, so
that was so good. Loki.
Yeah. What else we got? Derpy. Batman was my favorite movie experience, but Endgame, it hasn't been the same. Yeah,
I don't know if Endgame, you can't. I mean, I remember being in the movie theater just tearing up, being happy. I went through the whole range of emotions, like literally, like all the range of emotions: excitement, happy, sad, angry, all of it. Laughing, all in one movie. And then when it panned over and he says, "On your left," and I see Chadwick walking through. Oh my god, I had chills, had goosebumps. It did that type of thing to me at the movie theater. I don't think I've had that type of feeling. Since.
Yeah. I mean, no one. I mean, I don't know if that's ever going to happen again in our lifetime. You know what I mean? Like maybe, I don't want to say, but it was such a unique thing with such a unique like. It was just such a crazy thing. People were just losing their minds in the theaters, and no one cared. It wasn't like where everyone that was there, it was
everyone was all screaming together.
Yeah, I guess the Taylor Swift thing would be close to that, but that's you have to be, I don't know, a fan of it, but just that theater experience was different.
What Kitty said is exactly it. Expecting most MCU movies to feel like Endgame is like expecting the regular season to feel like the Super Bowl. That's exactly.
That's probably the best comparison.
And I
like think you can only get that once. You only can feel that once. I mean, when Robert Downey Jr. said, "And I am Iron Man," dude, I lost my damn mind. I knew it was happening, but the fact that they took this whole thing full circle when he said, "I am Iron Man," like from the first Iron Man to have that there, that full circle, it was so perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah.
You can't get perfection.
It was the same words, but they had just so many different meanings and everything. It was just great. It was great. Yeah, but like that's a perfect example. It was like you can't expect everything to be like that. And it's a setup. It took how many movies to set up Endgame? And if you want to have something like that again, we're gonna have to set up again. And there might be some fumbles in it, because now there's an expectation. So, but yeah.
Yeah, it was that was several phases of movies and in the making, several phases worth of build up.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to like anything to like even touch that afterwards or down the line. and it's kind of unfair to automatically assume that it would. We can't really let ourselves be that spoiled when it comes to when it comes to the quality of the MCU. Like I said, I'm not saying, oh, just deliver crap and I'll just lap it up, but um we were never going to reach anything
like that.
on the same level down the line.
We have all the OG characters. You have all the best characters of all of the Avengers, all in the same movie, right? Only thing you're missing were X-Men and Fantastic Four. If you had those two, it would the screen might have blown up because you couldn't have any more greatness on the screen. It was that epic. I mean, the scene when they're running towards each other, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Like, it was unbelievable that they were able to pull that off.
Yeah. I mean, with luck, they could do it again with now having X-Men and Fantastic Four and still all the Avengers.
Have to bring some better Avengers in.
I mean, if they bring everyone back and just reboot everything, then you got everybody again. But I don't know if they could do it. But also, people tend to forget there was a lot of crap we got in phase 1, 2, and 3. Iron Man 2, Thor, Thor 2,
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
Some people love Dark. People love Dark World. Some people just really do like it.
I think they're saying that shit now because
it's because of Loki.
It's because it's cool to like the things that people don't like, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you like that? Oh, I don't like it then. Because it's like, it's cool. It's like, listen, it's a fucking shitty movie. It's shitty written. It looks pretty, but it was bad. It was bad. I watched it again like not that long ago. It's not good. I'm sorry, it's not good. So yeah, we got a lot of crap. Remember that we got a lot of crap before we got into. The only thing is, right before the big Avengers movies, we got great shit. Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, and then of Infinity War. It was just banger, and they built up to it.
I also think every Spider-Man movie was a good movie too, and that also helps carry it along.
But yeah, that was the thing, is like we had a lot of crap, and then right before the big Avengers movie, they put out some bangers, like really good bangers. So, but remember, we got some really bad shit. We got Kyle. Let me keep going. Infinity War, better movie and Endgame. It's a little overhyped. The last 15 minutes fire, but bad pacing. A lot of people say that.
Like I said, to me, Endgame is the more satisfying movie. But yeah, I agree. I found Infinity War the better movie. I love them both. Like the payoff to Endgame was awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I thought Infinity War was the better movie. I like how Thanos was essentially, in a weird way, the hero of the story, or the protagonist of the story. The way they kind of framed it.
Here's the issue, though. Infinity War is like saying the first half's better than the second half of the Super Bowl. You can't be better than the second half because you didn't finish the story. So it's hard to ever say that Infinity War is better than, the first half. Doesn't matter because it doesn't matter to the end. So it's like, I think it's a better written movie, but once again, it's on a cliffhanger, and then they stuck the landing. The landing is always going to win popularity. Like, it's going to always be the better.
Like it's Star Wars. Empire is a better movie than Return. And the same thing. It ended.
I don't know if Infinity War and Endgame are that far apart. Return of the Jedi and Empire.
No, those are like the two best in my opinion. Where's Anzo at? And as soon as we say Star Wars, it comes in. But those are my two favorite Star Wars. But I mean, it's like I'm not disagreeing, because it's definitely the half of a story. You need to have the whole story, and then you're like, oh, do you like Kill Bill 1 or 2? It was like, well, 1 does all the setup and it's a fun movie, but number 2 ends it, so you get more of the emotion, so do you like the setup or the emotion? So
yeah, because I don't think I had any emotion with Infinity War. It was a great journey. It was a great story. Like, oh man, this is amazing. And then seeing them all like evaporate just blew my mind.
It was sad.
But nothing really hit me like they hit me when they came back. Like, losing them all is one thing, but then seeing them all come back and then all fight, and then it was so much fun too. So.
I remember hearing people cry I'm not even exaggerating. People were crying when Spider-Man got dusted. That's still an emotional scene. When Black Panther got dusted, there was like 2 older black women behind me that were like angry.
No,
you know? Oh no! If that's all they said, that would have been okay. They were not happy. There was a kid in front crying. It was, and then it just ends, and we're like, what the fuck? Like no one walked out of that theater happy.
But at Endgame, who didn't cry?
Mm-hmm.
No, everyone cried at Endgame. Everybody. You can say you didn't. If you didn't cry during Endgame, you don't have a soul. That's what it is. You have no emotions. You had a tear, even if you someone had a tear in there, or you weren't looking at the screen. That's what it is.
Yeah. You didn't care. All right. Let's. What else we got? I love the meme TikToks of the first post-credit scene with the Iron Man. They made. They're hilarious. Which one?
The first Iron Man.
The first Iron Man. People doing that. Oh yeah, because no one knew about the post credits. Somebody who fell asleep in the theater during the credits, like, hey, you guys, it's not over. Yeah, I saw that first one. I'm not even exaggerating. I think I saw it like six-ish times because I saw it twice, and then I found out there's a post credit scene. I'm like, what?
Really?
Then I had to go back to see it again because no one was doing that before. So
I never left because when everyone sat there, and then the lights came up, and then when everyone got up, the lights went back down.
Oh, interesting.
And then we all sat down, and we were like, "Oh, okay," Yeah. But I think because of the lights, it helped us out.
Yeah. I think one of my friends told me like, "Oh yeah, there's a post-credit scene." As they were leaving, the guy told him like, "Oh, there's still something else at the end." Like what? Imagine a day before people knew about post-credit scenes. Let me show Kyle's. Thor 1 and 2, not bad. I really like the first one. Iron Man 2, trash. Iron Man 3, what the fuck?
Iron Man. Yeah.
Iron Man
no
3.
one liked Iron Man 3. Come on. It wasn't good at all.
That's why no one talks about it. Like Marvel's like, no, we don't talk about that. It was so true. MCU always has been full of over the quality map. Yeah, just like any other movie studio. Yeah, But now it's to the point where they're so critical of everything that it's kind of annoying, because I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be bad movies and there's gonna be not fun movies and there's gonna be more serious tone movies. I think you get what you kind of, I don't say expect, but like this movie, I didn't expect it to be like anything groundbreaking or anything too crazy. I'm like, okay, Kamala's in it. There's these other characters. I just want a fun movie, and that's what I got. Was a fun movie. I wasn't expecting anything crazy serious.
It has some good parts to it, and Tiana Paris. Hey, you had me at hello. I was like, ooh.
I'll send you a video I saw on Twitter of her testing out the suit for the first time.
Dude, my wife was like, my wife had to close my mouth twice. She's like, "Hey, shut up."
Why have to drool from your mouth?
I was sleeping. That's all that was. It wasn't. Yeah.
Professor Fan Film, what's up, Fess? I like Thor. I think people like the build up in the first 3 phases, but film is subjective. It's super subjective. That's why I'm mad at anybody. It's like, if that's your take, that's your take. We can sit and like debate and argue about it and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not gonna lose sleep if you like something that I don't like, or the other way around. It's like, especially when it's a movie. Like, I really don't give a shit. Like, it's fun to talk about it, but at the end of the day, it's like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like,
I like arguing with people, but you know what? I don't think it's a winner or loser. I think it's, if you can support what you're saying, then fine, whatever. Like, I always bring up Zach in this thing. Me and Zach are totally opposites on all this stuff, but he could support what he's saying. So I'm like, all right, well, I can't argue with that. I mean, that's fine. That's your opinion, and you care enough to actually support it. So
yeah, works. If you have good reasons, like, all right, good enough. Fellas, and see phase 1, this is exactly why I think Superman Legacy, it shouldn't have have big expectations. If it doesn't succeed, it should immediately fail. I agree,
But Iron Man
agree that you shouldn't have crazy expectations, but we're past that point.
If Iron Man didn't succeed, yeah, it was terrible. If Iron Man didn't succeed, we wouldn't have gotten all this stuff. That's just what it is. If Iron Man didn't succeed, we never would have gotten here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even Iron Man, I gotta look at the box office. I don't think it was like anything like crazy. I think people saw it a lot, but it's different because it was the first like big kind of like at least from Marvel, Marvel movie, and it looked great, So, excuse me, shit. But we're past that point, it has to be a damn near perfect movie. There's too many, Snyder fanboys that are gonna jump on it no matter what. There's gonna be so many other people just jumping on it, despite if it's good or bad. So, I mean, that's where we're at in movie fandom at this point.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Iron Man did over $500 million for the first time. We didn't even know about $1 billion movies. It was the first one to do over $500 million.
500 mil. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Really good.
2008 was it? 2008.
Yep, 2008. $585.7 million, or really $0.8 million.
Yeah. See, but that's not too bad.
Almost $600 million in 2008. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there was what? When did the first Avatar come out? Wasn't it around the same time?
2009.
2009. And that made like $1 bazillion. Oh man, what we got? Hold on.
Hey,
we got
Stop the presses.
What's up, Travis, with the super chat, the $9.99 super chat. Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello. Oh my god, I wish I had that Willy Wonka one. That would I don't have one that good.
I wish we had it. It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. I'll do that.
That's so cool. I got that one.
He's the best. I love it.
Oh, I find it hilarious that you choose. You I want to choose something different this time. It's the same.
That's all. I love it.
I want to try something different this time. It's the big.
No, I need to download some more. I got the ones from. Why, man? I can't even find the stupid thing in here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh shit! Hold on. I don't think I have the audio. I knew exactly where it's from. It's from the Willy Wonka remake. So weird.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
It's so weird. It's so awkward. Oh man, but appreciate it, Travis. Thank you for the super chat,
Thanks,
man.
Travis.
Yeah, stick around and let us know what you think about Invincible and the Marvels. Oh man, then we got Loki Cave. What's up, Loki? Another super chat, man. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Wow.
Says Eternals is way better. What? And that's crazy, man.
Yeah, and as someone who actually did like Eternals, I'm not sure if it was better than the Marvels. I respect your opinion, though. Definitely, don't get me wrong.
No. Someone who hated the Eternals?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. I did not like the Eternals at all.
Yeah.
His problem was they just had too many characters, and that was what was hard for me to when you're trying to introduce 45 characters at the same time, it's a problem. You just can't do that. Especially if you don't know who they are ahead of time. That's all.
Yeah. Oh my god, man. You guys are
kidding.
Also, Travis said 100% agree. Bruce got Turtles sucked. I agree. And we got Kenny, man. Kenny, oh my god, man. You guys are
also
you make me cry. Kenny with the $4.99 super chat. I'll watch Marvel 72 times before I watch Eternals again.
I have Of all these movies, I probably have 29 of the movies. I would never buy Eternals. Never.
I bought it just because I bought it, but
I would never buy Eternals. I wouldn't waste my money on it.
There's one Marvel movie that I don't have in my collection, and part of me wants to buy it, but every time I go to buy it, I'm like, nope, fuck you. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It just
yeah.
It's the only one I won't buy.
Yeah, it's probably it's the one Marvel movie I can comfortably say I'll never watch again. I only watched it for this channel. I thought about skipping it, but yeah, I'm completely content never watching that movie again.
Yeah,
I never bought Eternals. I never bought Black Widow because I don't think it mattered. Even though I enjoyed it, it didn't matter. Yeah, it didn't matter. I never bought Thor. What's the first Thor?
Oh, yeah, I got those.
I never watched the first Thor. I never bought that. And I didn't like Captain America: First Avenger, so I never got that one either.
I liked it. It's not horrible, but it's not the best. It was like below average.
There's only one reason for me to watch it. One.
Yeah. Well, I'll take that.
Don't you mean two?
Yeah.
That was so good.
Perfect. Oh man, but man, dude, thank you guys for all the super chats. Like, that's just, yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say because I never expected. But what else we got?
I think Winter Soldier kind of sucked. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not I think Winter Soldier was okay, but I wasn't a huge fan of it as much as everyone else was. So I understand what you're saying. Like, I like Civil War more than I like Winter Soldier, way more.
Yeah. I go Civil War, Winter Soldier, then First Avenger. So, but it's still, those two are way higher than I put that one. But Winter Soldier, I digged it.
Probably easily my favorite of the Cap trilogy.
Look, he's like, now you're tripping, man. Cap 1 was the biggest disappointment. I was so hyped for it. Yeah. I don't know if it was the biggest disappointment, but at the time, I was just like,
the story could have been better.
More.
I was just
like, I walked out of it. Remember, I'm like, okay, I'm glad we're getting the Avengers. So, like, I was able to see the next movie after this, and I was like, okay, I know where it's going.
I liked it, but I think they really found their groove with the character of Cap, starting with Winter Soldier. That's where they really started doing quite well with the character, and went on an up state. I'm sorry, I keep talking over you.
Oh, so you like Steve, I think you like those time pieces sometimes too, though. So I think that's what kind of shapes your thing.
I do. You're absolutely right, and I kind of like the kind of retro style adventure vibe it had to it. I just thought it was a fun movie. Like I said, it didn't really warm me on the character of Cap. I didn't mind him. I thought the best thing about the movie was Chris Evans's performance really, really stood out for me, and I just I like the whole retro vibe to it. I thought it was fun, but I think they really started making the character of Cap appealing for everyone with starting with Winter Soldier, and then kind of moving
to get rid of his goody two shoes. He had more to him than just what they gave him.
Exactly. They made him more of a he was more they made him a lot more engaging starting in Winter Soldier. They really did well with selling that whole like man out of time element that he's known for, but trying to integrate and assimilate into modern culture. I thought they did a good job with that, and I think Chris Evans's performance just kept growing along with the character.
He got better and better and better. I agree,
as you were saying, but also I think in that movie with Scarlett Johansson, like guiding him to like, hey, you're in the future, dude. That type of thing. I thought that was kind of like like interesting. Even the part where she's like, "Oh, kiss me," where to her it's just like whatever. To him, he's like, "Oh my god," it's like he got all like bothered about it. Like I was like, "Wow, Winter Soldier sucked, y'all." Won't let that go, Mr. Debate. Oh, well, there you go. Brandon just told you why it's great. So,
no, I mean, Winter Soldier was fine. Yeah,
it was good. It was really good. I think that was the beginning. Wasn't that the first Russo brother movie?
First Russo brothers movie, yeah.
It was.
And interesting story. Like they went through a lot of potential directors to take that on. I know like one of the people that they wanted was F. Gary Gray, who did like Friday, Set It Off, stuff like that, and he turned it down to work on his passion project, which was Straight Outta Compton, which I think kind of worked for the better because I loved Straight Outta Compton. So, but yeah, the Russos were known for comedy before that. They did a lot of episodes of Community. They did Yumi and Dupree with Owen Wilson. So yeah, they were known for comedy beforehand, and now look at them. Like they delivered some of the best content of the MCU.
Yeah, many gave us things. Real quick, I gotta play this for Kenny because he gave us a super chat, and I know it was something he wanted. So.
Oh, I like you, pussycat. Yes.
There you go.
What the hell?
That's definitely gonna be on our list of stuff now. So when Kenny was on our show, was it last week? And we got a super chat. He's like, "Oh, that's what you got to play." And I was like, "Oh yeah." So that's sick.
I like you, pussycat. Yes.
Awesome. Oh, Beast Wars was great.
Yeah, I love Beast Wars.
Oh my
God. Yeah. But real quick, so I saw man, you guys are just coming in crazy with these comments. So real quick, so I know we're gonna get into it, but the Loki said, the Loki Cave said the Marvel's dancing singing scene. What the F is that? Is this the Lion King?
I thought that scene was fun.
Whoa.
I thought that song was fun.
You don't ever speak about the Lion King in negative words. I'll send you my address. Y'all come see me talking about the Lion King. That's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. But I thought the first thing I thought was, oh, this is a Disney movie, and like my mind went to like, oh, Disney princess, he magically got the gown on. And my thing was like, if it overstayed its welcome, it would have been really fucking annoying. And I think I would have been annoyed with it. I think it stayed for like a couple minutes. Like legit, it wasn't that long.
It was a little bit much for me.
I enjoyed it. I was laughing. I was laughing the whole time.
It was a little bit.
I was laughing the whole time. It was definitely out of place.
They're like, we're seeing here. Like, really, this is what we're doing right now, guys. And then all of a sudden, just came into the outfit. I was like, this is too much.
Brie Larson was wearing that dress. I wasn't even mad about it.
Yeah. The dance was cringe and out of place. It was a little bit out of place. It was cringy, but I think it was cringe on purpose. But it reminded me of like a Disney thing. It was like, oh yeah, this is a Disney movie. She's a princess. I'm like, I don't know if it was like kind of poking fun at being a Disney film. Ultimately it's part of the family. So I thought that was kind of like funny.
I think you're thinking way too much. I don't think they even thought that far into it.
I think Nia DaCosta is smart. Because she did the other things in the movie I can't say.
It was harmless. I thought it was a harmless scene.
Yeah, it was funny. For me, it was cute. It was cute.
The movie would have been fine without it.
It could have. It would have.
It had nothing to do with it. It could have been on a cutting room floor, but you don't need to cut it because the movie wasn't that long.
No. But I mean, they had to go to that planet or to a planet for that reason and stuff like that. So that planet just being a dancing and singing planet, I was like, okay, we can get a little goofy with it. It wasn't, like I said, like as much as I like the screaming goats, it wasn't a Thor, screaming goat for the 8th time in the film, so yeah. So I mean, and it was only that one little scene. So it felt cute, a little goofy, definitely out of place, but it was fine. Lion King is the new Marvel. It's like Simba just pops up with flying everywhere. Was it bad as the orgy dance in Matrix 2? That felt more out of place. Because it was
we saw everyone was like,
we're gonna win, and then everyone's like, like dirty sand sex in the cave. I was like, what?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was definitely a weird one.
Oh, but this is kind of strange, but it wasn't the worst.
No, I had a kick at it. I laughed. Me and Erica both laughed a lot when that happened because because then the whole like Kamala was digging it because she's a kid and young and she's Bollywood and stuff, so she's dancing, and then you have like Monica like what but by the end like they're kind of like dancing in the corner, so yeah.
My wife looked at me and said, "What the hell are they doing?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was cute.
It definitely didn't add to the movie. I'm not going to sit there.
It
did not. You guys like it was fun. It was like no, it didn't add to the movie. No, there's a lot of parts of this movie I think they were really good. They're really good. That would not be in my really good or bad. It would be like this could have been thrown away and it wouldn't change the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been. I mean, well, them being there was important. You know what I mean? But like the idea of the planet. Yeah, the idea of it being a dancing, singing planet. Yeah, I think that was just kind of like I said, but it didn't overstay its welcome. Yeah, if the entire rest of the movie was that, I would be like, okay, I'm fucking over this. But it was literally like a couple.
It was very Taika-ish. That's Taika was super have done that.
Taika would have done an entire dance scene. He would have done an entire.
He would have did Bollywood.
Yeah. It would have
Bollywood.
Yeah. It would have been very overindulgent under Taika.
Yes, yes, I agree. I
probably would have lasted 10 minutes long too.
I was gonna say it would be a 10-minute dance scene. Where nothing happens at the end. But yeah. Man, we got 20 people watching right now. We appreciate all you guys coming in and hanging out with us. Thank you guys so much. Remember to hit that like button. It helps us get out to more people in YouTube. So appreciate it. All right, let's get into some of these other comments and then we'll get into Invincible. Talk about Invincible first. Or you guys want to talk about the movie first?
You do Invincible first. I'm good with doing Invincible first.
No, all these people are waiting for the Marvels. We got
Marvels. Yeah, we'll do Marvels first.
Everyone's waiting for it.
If they would have done some Stomp the Yardish, like okay, but nah.
No, that would probably enrage me even more if I saw Brie Larson doing Stomp the Yard stuff. I would be all right. Now I'm done. Now you make me angry.
That would be kind of funny. I think it was nice that they were sensitive to other cultures. They included the Bollywood scene, like Eternals kind of did. Yeah, Eternals kind of. Well, they legit did because what's his name? Was a Bollywood kind of star. Whoever Kumail's character was.
Kingo.
Was the King? Yeah, Kingo. Yeah. So
once again, the fact that I don't know the characters, I care about this stuff a lot, and I don't know all 18 characters that they introduced. All 18 of them.
I think I know the 3, and that's about it. Yeah. Okay, said I was totally fine with the singing planet. I wish they would have committed to the idea. It's a fine line, man. It's a fine line. If you would have went a little too long, I think it would have. It could have ruined the movie.
Kamala is not Indian. That's why I thought that was kind of weird.
No, but she's Pakistani. Yeah,
I know. So Bollywood is not necessarily.
I thought Pakistanis still like do Bollywood, don't they?
No, I don't think it's because you're in India. That's something. It's usually Indian in culture.
In Pakistan, it's called Lollywood. That's I just looked up really quick. I don't know if that's right or not, but it's the same idea. So, yeah. What we got?
I'd rather sing and dance, sing Mean Girls. I don't need Mean Girls. I don't need Mean Girls in my life. No. I looked at my wife and I said, I don't need this in my life.
Yeah. Why? But it's also dumb. You're making a remake of already a great movie. So it's like, so now let's add dancing and singing to it. I was like, why? I mean, still, like, I don't know. I get it.
But yeah, Pakistanis are Muslim. Yeah, most of them are Muslim. And that's why it's like, that's a little bit different than, But that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, if you watched Miss Marvel, they kind of talk about the whole partition and stuff like that. So
it was huge in Miss Marvel. It was
yeah.
huge. Great.
Yeah. And she brings it up in the movie that her bangle brought her back in time. But to actually her saying it and actually seeing it was like wow. It was a really good part of the show.
And read about the Indian partition. She did a great job in Miss Marvel explaining it and then having everyone leaving and all this stuff and being spread up from their family and all the stuff. They explained it very, very well. So no, I think that should be already known. And that's why I thought that it's kind of out of place. But because they did such a good job explaining it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably meant a lot to the writers and the directors. But I didn't know the Doctor Who was the newer Doctor Who did an episode on it. So okay. Yeah. We say never forget James Cameron painted an actress brown to play Vasquez in Aliens. No one cared then and no one cares now. It's a good movie. Or if it's bad, people would have a problem with. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit kind of comes back up. Once people start like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, but please, he goes, no, the remake looks trash. Don't mess with classic. As far as Mean Girls, I don't care. It's a musical. Oh man, it's a musical. It looks
well.
Yeah.
To be fair, the new Mean Girls version is not a remake. It's just an adaptation of the stage music.
The stage musical. You're right. It's
the stage musical,
right. Yeah, right.
Which Tina Fey is also involved in. So it's not really anything that I can get too mad at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I mean it's gonna do well.
It's kind
of doing well.
Yeah, it's like that new version of The Color Purple they're doing. It's just an adaptation of a different version of the material. So
I don't need that either.
The new version of The Color Purple. I'm not really going to be leaping through hoops to go see it.
Yeah. Brandon said, "I guess I'll watch her show now." Do watch it, especially if you liked her in the show, you really like her in the movie. You really like her in the show because she doesn't change at all.
It has some really good parts of it that were to a point where I think me and Tank looked at each other like, man, I need to read more into this. That was really good. Like, the understanding of, in the train station and all the families and not seeing their family. It was crazy. It was nuts. And they explained what was going on. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, the show builds up to that point, and I feel like that point should have been the ending. The ending that the show gives her, it was a little of a letdown, very Home Alone-y.
Agreed.
But besides that, I mean, it was like whatever, But it had really, really good points and really good stuff in it. So yeah, definitely check it out, man. I think you might like it. I said okay 5 times.
5 times, not 10 times married.
Yeah. For Cameron's 10 marriages, his other issues. Yeah. The British effed up
with the pet. Exactly.
Yeah, British
like when you
effed up a lot of the world
into it. Yeah, like them what they did in Pakistan and India and all that stuff. Well, come on, man.
Yeah. Bunch of places. Australia,
here.
Yeah.
Aborigines, like where you want to go? I mean, go to each continent, and then we'll see what the British did.
Yeah,
don't let me get on Africa.
I was gonna say South Africa.
Well, let's not even go there.
Yeah. What's up? Why not just make another updated sequel with social media? As far as Mean Girls, a lot of funnier social commentary going on with a lot of topics they could touch instead of this route.
That's actually a very good point. I never thought about that, especially what people have to go through now.
It was like cyberbullying and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I have a 9-year-old, and I'm always afraid, because I'm afraid that I'm going to go crazy and just going to start snapping people's necks.
Yeah. That's not. I am not looking forward to that, and I don't even know where it's going to be in another like 10 years when my son's like 10 or 11. Man, I don't wait for that. But that's not a bad idea. But people are afraid to do stuff like that. This is like the musical did well. The original is a great movie, so it's just an easy win. I think they're expecting. So it kind of sucks, but we'll see. We got Jason Entertainment. What's up?
What's up, Jason?
Have you seen The Killer? If yes, what do you think about it? And also, have you watched the trailer for Garfield? Garfield, we're hopefully going to watch today. Hopefully, if we have time at the end. The Killer, have not yet, but that is the more and more I see people talking about, the more it's up on my list.
Definitely.
Watch it.
I'm doing 13-hour days right now, guys.
Yeah, you.
I will literally go to sleep tonight, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and start working again. So
yeah. I know. Like, I was in Chillmonger's chat. He did a live stream not too long ago. So I was in there. They were talking about MCU stuff, and he had invited us, and I'm like, I think Brandon was still at work. I'm about to eat dinner, and Brian's still doing his opening. So I was like, yeah, man, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I was even in the car till 8:15. So
yeah. What else we got? Because at this point, everything is a remake or reboot. Yeah, some good, bad ones, but we got a lot of great things from remakes. That stigma
is crazy.
That stigma is crazy. Yeah, we did. I mean, we did get some good remakes. I'll give it that. Who's here? Glad to see you, Kate. Is Kate in here? Did I miss her? I am sorry.
Kate Bishop.
I thought you might like another YouTuber. I'm sorry. So glad to see Kate. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it yet. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that because what's up? Did anyone see Alec Baldwin in SNL? Was he in SNL?
Like a newer one or the older ones? Yeah, because I've definitely seen the older ones. They're hilarious.
Let me see the older ones. Yeah, he's not doing the Trump thing in the newer ones anymore. They got one of the regular guys to do it. But yeah, to be fair, I think Cobra Kai has already done its share of Mean Girl sequels.
Very good. Very good, Travis. I like that. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
That is really good. Yeah. He showed up on Saturday?
Really?
I watched the intro thingy, but that wasn't him, I don't think. Was it? I don't think it was him. Could be wrong. But yeah, so I thought you were talking about Kate from Popping Popcorn. Yeah. That's what I was like. I'm like, oh, because you said glad to see you, Kate. I just saw it real quick. I'm like, oh, is she in here? I missed her. But
it was spoiler.
So, yeah. We're gonna into that in a little bit. Somebody remake the reboot of Chicago Bears.
I will not take that bait tonight.
You really want to go there? This is where you want to go? You want down on this hill?
I do not. I will not. I will not take that bait tonight.
I'm too sick to get my blood pressure that high right now, man. Tomorrow, I'll be ready for. I'll be ready for it tomorrow. Everything is a remake / reboot is a myth. It is because I think they're saying like majority of cinema is new, but what you see and what's marketed is a lot of stuff that you already think you saw before. But they put out new stuff and then you're like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't know.
Low key is good too.
Not reboot the Carolina Panthers.
This man garbage this year. But rookie, look, you just chose the wrong one. I said from the beginning, CJ Stroud was the dude. I said I've been telling her, hey, don't draft the guy who's 5'8".
Yeah, there you go. Save the football for Wednesday and Tuesday. Yeah. Hollywood needs an Osmo. From is that from South Park? The robot thing. What do y'all do for work? Well, I'm in a warehouse. So I do a lot of shipping, receiving, and stuff like that for a big gas company. I don't know if you guys want to say it or not.
Talking about me, I do.
I know,
open Culver's restaurants, and all I do is open them. And we just opened 3 this year in the last 4 months, and it's driving me effing crazy. And I love what I do, but I'm not opening another restaurant for at least a year. Just not. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm a male prostitute.
I mean, that too. But he has to answer those important calls.
You know, people are gonna come in like,
you
oh
know
yeah,
what he's doing.
no wonder he's so buff. Yeah,
Hey, yeah, I do. Brand man, male gigolo. Let's go.
there you go. You shipping gas? Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I do. And it is a pain in the ass, man. Fucking hazardous materials. Not fun. But yeah, I called off today from work because I know I was telling her I feel like complete fucking shit, man. I feel so bad. Oh man, all day today I was just like my whole body aches, man. I doubt I'm gonna go to work tomorrow either because it's just gonna be I didn't start feeling like woken up until like 6 o'clock in the evening. You know, after like 4 naps and like, you know, mountains of freaking Dayquil. So yeah,
I was at work at 6 o'clock this morning. So
well, I mean, I've been up all night, but well, last night my son got some sleep, but the night before, yeah. He goes, what do you do before Culver's to afford franchising 3-on-3 restaurants? No, not just 3.
I have 10.
10.
I have part ownership in 10 of them. And I was in college, and then I worked for Eli Lilly. I'm a chemical engineer. My undergrad's in chemical engineering. So I used to be smart.
You had some patents on some drugs, right, or something, or your names are on it, or some shit.
Oh, just I did a lot with insulin. So a lot of the stuff that comes out now. I remember Mounjaro, but I never worked on it. But I remember it was coming out when I was doing research and development for that stuff. But yeah, I did a lot of stuff with Lantus and stuff like that.
Nice, that's cool. There you go. Almost nothing new under the sun, bro. What is it?
Watch movies.
There's almost nothing new under the sun, bro. Watch enough movies you'll see. I mean, I get you saying like maybe they use the same tropes, but it's not a remake. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know. What you got?
Yeah, the Broncos definitely just beat the Bills. The Denver Broncos just beat the Buffalo Bills.
What man?
That's so great.
What is going on with like Cincinnati and Buffalo, man? Like 2 teams that you're like, oh, they're gonna be in the playoffs every year. They're great, and fucking injury or just sucking or everything.
I call.
He goes, I first heard that as male prostitutes. He goes, I thought of you were a prostitute who delivered mail, or a mailman who delivers prostitutes. Well, the second one, that's illegal. First of all, the second one is just like
human. That's human.
The second one
right?
is human trafficking / that's called a pimp.
Yeah, or a pimp. Yeah. Yeah.
Either way that goes, that's not me.
Yeah. He said, we know what Brand Man will do after the stream, staying busy. Brian is actually Gustavo. Yeah, right. From Breaking Bad.
That's good.
Knows all that chemical stuff. Damn, not a pimp, but a prostitute. That's funny. You don't even give yourself the boss level. You're still the worker. In that case, were you the villain in the last Rambo movie? Yeah, no, right.
I forgot all about the last Rambo.
Yeah. Broncos missed the game-winning kick, of course. Bills had 12 men on the field. Broncos hit game-winning kick. That sounds like a horrible game. I'm gonna watch tomorrow, or at least get caught up on. All right, I have no motivation for business. Kind of get used to it. Yeah.
At this point, it's just like whatever.
Yeah, right. Well, once you're in for one, then you're the rest are easy.
No.
No.
each one is very difficult, and each one takes forever.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into this Marvel talk. I know everyone wants to talk about the post credit scene. we'll try to keep it fairly short. Where am I at? I am so lost. All right, here we go.
I was like, you want to do?
All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Curran with Brandman Brandon down there, Brian the Grizzly over here, and we are going to talk about the newest MCU film, The Marvels. Just came out this past weekend. We went to go see it. So we're going to get into our ratings. We're going to talk about what we liked and disliked. Before we do that, I don't know if Brian, you have a quick breakdown of what this one's about?
Sure. Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken a revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. However, unintended consequences see her shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to a anomalous wormhole linked to the Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with two other superheroes to form the Marvels.
Yeah, pretty simple. So we're gonna jump right into it. Brandman, what are some things you liked about this one?
I liked the dynamic between the three main characters, Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan. By the way, during this whole review, whenever I bring up Miss Marvel, I'm going to say the complete name Kamala Khan because I think it's a fun name to say. But I also liked that they played off each other very, very well. I thought the movie was pretty well paced. I also liked that it felt like a more complete movie than Captain Marvel did. To me, although I did like Captain Marvel, it felt like kind of like just like a second act and a third act, and this felt like a complete three acts. I like the whole kind of whimsical element of it, especially like with things like the Singing Planet and some of the other locations they went to from an intergalactic standpoint. I liked the soundtrack. I liked that both the instrumentals soundtrack and it had a Missy Elliott and a Beastie Boys needle drop, which I'm a sucker for. I liked that. I'd like to shake the hand of whoever designed the costumes for Brie Larson and Tiana Paris because they knew what they were doing. I think Kamala Khan is always a fun character to watch. Iman Vellani's energy as the character. I thought that a lot of the humor in the movie actually did land, unlike Love and Thunder, where the humor just kind of had me like this at times. Like the stop running and let the Flurkins eat you scene just cracked me up. That was hilarious. So I thought it balanced like the serious elements and comedy pretty well, and it set the stage for a lot of stuff that I'm very excited for moving forward, which I know we're going to talk about later.
Okay,
so it's
cool. All right, what you got, Brian?
Man, Tiana Paris. Let's go. I told you after the movie was over, I almost went off into space just to go find her. See which was I? So I knew what I was like. Okay, it's 80828. Which one was it? Trying to find out which universe multiverse she was in because she needs to come back. There's no way I can't have that. So that's for one. But I thought it was fun overall. It was a fun movie. Has some serious parts. Just need a better villain. I think if we had a better villain overall, this could have been really good. But because of the villain, that's why I kind of lowered my overall grade for it. But it was fun. I thought the three main characters were great. Iman Vellani, I loved her mother in this. I loved the connection with the family. That was very cool. And having them as part of this whole thing, that just reminds you she's a kid. And how close her family are. The connection between Monica and Carol was weird, and they did a good job making it weird. You know what I'm saying? Like making it feel like a little bit off. Like, oh man, I can't talk to you because you weren't there. You should have came back. I thought that all that was really good, and then Carol explaining why she wasn't there was very good too. Those parts were just really good parts of the movie. and very well written. I thought there was some other things that were kind of just, didn't really matter to the plot, but I enjoyed this movie overall. I really did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, I mean, everyone's talking about these three, Brie Larson, Amon, and Tiana. They were so great together. And
Yep.
and we were on, I believe, Chill show, and they were, or I was in chat and we were talking about it, and I brought up, I was like, these three people, if they would have been able to, or no, I was on the Dre Mac. I was on Dre Mac's chat and talking about it. But I like, if these three actresses were able to go on the late night shows and do all their late night rounds and all that stuff, all the promoting, these three together would have hyped up the movie more than any trailer would have. Because Amon is super adorable, Tiana is awesome, and Brie is Oscar winning actress. So it's like you would have these three together, it would have been just mind blowing. I think that these three together on Jimmy Fallon, on Jimmy Kimmel, on all these other shows, doing their things on all of it, that would have been a blast. And I think you would have got a lot of cool segments and things that would have got it together, because these three had such great chemistry in the movie. They really worked so well together, between the fangirl from Miss Marvel to the like tension between Monica and Captain Marvel. All around, man, it was really good. And then everything else you guys said, it looked great. Soundtrack was great. I actually liked Sam Jackson in this movie. One of my,
it didn't feel like Nick Fury though.
It did. No,
I can agree on that.
It didn't feel like Nick Fury. I liked. He was
like
kind of
Grandpa
chill.
Nick. It was Grandpa Nick.
Yeah,
come on, sit on Grandpa Nick's on knee right now.
Yeah, and I want to say, I know we're gonna get to the bad stuff, but Secret Invasion kind of messed up his part in this movie. If they would have actually waited for Secret Invasion after this movie, I would be like, okay, yeah, he's still kind of chill. But it was like, well, he just went through all this shit that I just watched, and now he's like, yeah, hey, what's up, kitty cat? I was like, what? It's very like too chill, which was fun, but we got him in a not chill kind of thing that just happened. Bad timing on Marvel's side. But besides that, I actually thought he was kind of fun, but he was kind of goofy and not really like Nick Fury. But but overall, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was fun, definitely fun. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else. I think that's about it without repeating what you guys said. What about you guys? Any bad stuff? What didn't you like about this movie?
Well, Brian mentioned this, and I agree. It did suffer from Marvel villain syndrome, as I call it, where the villain just wasn't anything impressive, and there was a lot of untapped potential. The villain had an interesting backstory that I would have been interested. They could have expanded upon the villain, and they just didn't. I also think, as much as I liked the dynamic between the main three, it didn't seem like the final battle didn't really land for me. It just kind of seemed like it was like there was a lot that was kind of too easy for them, even though they were always kind of like switching powers at inopportune times. It didn't seem like too big an inconvenience, and they kind of got a handle on it quickly enough. I also I agree about Nick Fury. I kind of understand why they went that route with him, but at the same time, it was too much of an abrupt shift from what we've seen in the past from him, I thought. And what else was there? I'd say that was mostly it. I think.
Yeah.
I'd say that was mostly it. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Brian?
I just didn't like the villain. I mean, I thought that it's hard because I don't want to talk about Tom Hiddleston's significant other. I'm glad that he had such a great Loki ending, and he actually, it seemed like he was retiring from the MCU, which we probably should talk about one of these times. But she just, it was underwhelming. They didn't really give her. We understood the backstory, but you should have probably fleshed out that backstory a little bit more to let us understand, what's actually going on. I thought that was it just was not. It just wasn't good. She just wasn't a good villain, and it felt like something we've already seen. We already saw this person, and why am I seeing it again? I saw it in Guardians of the Galaxy. Why am I seeing the same type of thing again?
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't say it's not on her because she was fine, but she was just written bad.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
She didn't suck as an actress.
No, she's not a sucky actress, but that's not the point. The point is that if we look at the movie just wasn't good. I mean, that part of the movie you have to have a villain. You have to have a good written villain to make a great movie. And if you have a good written villain that shows why they're a villain, then it enhances the movie. And I don't think it did enhance the movie. And I what's up, Anzo? I thought that was a problem. I didn't really care about the singing or what dancing playing. I really didn't care. I feel like I could take it or leave it because it could just it's nothing. It was nothing to me. I feel like they really didn't give a good Nick Fury. As I said, I didn't. Nick Fury is supposed to be something, and that's not what they gave him. He could have still been his same character and did all the same stuff. And I think they played too much into all the characters being very just goofy and all that stuff when there's some serious moments. There's some serious moments that were really things that were hard relationship building stuff. Especially we were talking about, between Monica and Carol. And I thought those things hit for me, but like why does everything have to be so silly if some of those things hit? So it just felt a little bit weird, but overall I still enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. And really that's really the only thing I didn't like either was the villain. It was very, very generic, very one kind of note villain, and I wish they would have done something.
I thought she was gonna be from a different universe or something like that.
I'm gonna get
somewhere else.
I'm gonna get into that dislike, but like Kenny said, he goes, I like the villain's motivation. I just wish they put something in the beginning of the movie that we knew why she hated Captain Marvel.
I agree.
They did. Well, they did, but they put it in a little too late of the movie. I felt like.
Yeah. I understood her motivations. It was kind of like Killmonger, where you kind of understand where she was coming from, but the difference is they did a lot more with Killmonger to make him a compelling villain.
They showed it at the beginning of the movie. And then they came back to it like, I totally understand why he's who he is.
Yeah,
they didn't tell us what was going on until we were 45 minutes into the movie.
Yeah,
about that. Yep.
Yeah,
but almost felt like it may have been a little bit longer than that. But
with Killmonger, it's a lot of real life shit. So history. Where hers was like, we were told in the first Captain Marvel that they're the bad guys. So Captain Marvel went to go beat up the bad guys, but now we're like, wait, they're not all bad. So stuff like that is like, you need to kind of maybe work that out a little bit more, and I think you could have. She's just it was just too super. She was too superficial of a villain. Nothing in depth, nothing really cared. But my overall biggest dislike has nothing to do with the movie itself. It's the effing trailers, especially that last trailer. Because that last trailer, somebody left a comment on it and said, like, if you've seen this trailer, you've seen the movie. No, because that trailer had nothing to do with what was going on. She wasn't from a different dimension. She didn't even know fucking Thanos. They made it seem like she's like Thanos's like disciple, or she's picking up the mantle after Thanos kind of thing. It had nothing to do with any of that. It was just all revenge. It was super basic, no big deal. And I was like, the trailers, and that's why it like makes me even more mad that these three actresses didn't get a chance to promote the movie because of the strike, because that would have been better than any of these trailers. Because one trailer we got was super kind of corny, one trailer was kind of serious, but none of the trailers told us what this movie was about. Now watching this movie, none of those trailers were good trailers. None of them.
Yeah, but my worry is that you're going to get some fanboys that are going to say something. Brie Larson's going to say something, and then they turn it all around on it again. So like,
fuck them. Who gives a shit? They're gonna.
If you want to make more money, because if you're saying they're going marketing wise, I don't know.
The first one made $1 billion
because it was coming off of where it was. It was
Black Panther 1 got a lot of racial hate. That made $1 billion.
But it's also
those people don't have the voice they think they don't have. They don't have a voice.
In with her Marvel. Captain Marvel made money because of where it came. Where it's between Endgame and Infinity War, like that. That's why she made so much money, because it was on this hot streak, and people thought you had to have this to in order to understand what's going to happen in Endgame. So like it was like, you promoted something on at 10 o'clock because the 9 o'clock show was great, so the 10 o'clock show gets the same money. That's kind of what So I don't think that because he didn't get a lot of accolades. Like, people don't say, "Oh, this is the greatest movie of all time." It's not that. But I think.
Yeah, but also it didn't make all its money that opening weekend. If people were came in, because I even said like it's not a great Marvel movie, and people still went to go see it. All these critics and all these reviews.
Endgame, because Endgame was coming next month.
It didn't matter. It's like, but you have people saying you don't need to watch this movie to watch Endgame. You have all these fanboys coming out saying you don't need to watch this movie. It was the introduction
of Captain Marvel. I think that was the thing. Endgame and how epic this is going to be. The introduction of.
I remember when this movie came out, everyone was saying this movie wasn't great. But then you had all the sexist people like, oh, she sucks and blah blah blah, and she said this and she said that. Still made $1 billion.
But it made. But I think because of where it landed. If it landed between something that wasn't as good.
But look at all the people talking about it. But also I there's a lot of YouTubers and other influential people that I don't follow. I'm kind of like force fed them just by being on the internet, and these dudes, like, they're saying the same shit after seeing the movie, if they actually saw it, that they said before they saw the movie. So it's like, you already had your your thoughts already thought out before you even saw the movie. So those people, they're screaming in their box with all the other people screaming in the same box. I don't care about.
They're exhausting.
Yeah, but I'm saying more that you're talking
they're
about
exhausting and rabid.
But you're talking about marketing. I don't know if that's going to market, what you really wanted to market. That's
I think the three of them together, because then you would have had other people, especially Aman Vellani, like on there with Tiana Paris. I'm sure they would have cared more about what she had to say, because she's adorable. Fans love her because she's super smart with that. I think she would have been great. Just Aman would have been great, but having Tiana Paris, which she's also a big fan favorite, just being there, and then having have your blonde white chick there too, but it's like having the three of them together would have been great. And I think they would have almost, like, I don't want to say checked Brie Larson, but maybe a little bit, with stuff like that, because them three together would have been better than the trailers.
Remember what I say about those posters? Brie Larson is in the middle of all those posters, and every single one, they pushed her star to promote the movie. Yeah. So they would have pushed the same thing for her. So I'm just saying, marketing wise, I don't know. I think it would have
helped. It would have helped out so much. It would have, because in this movie, everyone loves Aman Vellani. She was the character that everyone loved, and I agree. She was like just adorable in this one. Brie was the least one I cared about. Carol Danvers is the least one I cared about, and I was like, yeah, you suck. So you did shitty things and you suck, so you do more shitty things. Like, like, I get what they're trying to go at, that like, you're here, you shouldn't idolize your heroes because they're flawed. That whole idea behind it, which was cool, but I mean, I think when Vellani was on red carpets, there's so many clips of her, talking about nerding out. She's a nerd, So I think that would have showed a lot, and I think it would have helped out a lot, because the trailers sucked, and the trailers lied, And John Campia did a thing about it today, and I feel the same exact before even in that the trailers came out and lied to you, flat out lied to you, and it was annoying. That was annoying, because I got super super hyped after that last trailer, and that last trailer zero anything to do with this movie at all, and it was super annoying. So that's my biggest like anger with it, was like, you market this movie so freaking shitty. So besides that, then the bad guy. So that's my besides that, everything else was kind of goofy. I didn't mind the goofy. None of the goofiness overstayed its welcome, which I appreciated. They didn't do the 15 screaming ghosts, or anything too much, but everything was good. The flirting thing at the end, I thought was pretty cute and funny. And then they played it to a cat song on top of that. I can't remember which song from the musical Cats. So yeah, that was like funny too to hear, and all these cats are eating the people. So because even then they're like oh, let the flurkin eat you, and like people are still running away. I was like, I mean, I don't blame them because my girlfriend's like, yeah, why don't you just let him eat them? Because I'm like, this is the fucking monster wouldn't eat you. It's like, it's not. I'm like accepting that, especially like over an intercom. I was like, it was like,
I love how calm the guy on the. I love how calm the guy on the intercom sounded about it too.
Yeah,
that just added to the humor of it for me.
Just let the flurkin eat you.
Yeah,
slow down. Stop running.
Yeah, it sounded like a brainwashed human kind of thing. So real quick, there is one other thing. Those two characters on the space station. There's a guy and a girl. They made it seem like you should know who they are, and I don't. I'm pretty sure he's Asgardian just because he's a huge dude. He was 300 years old, and he had like the not the earrings, the jewelry in his beard. But I was like, they seem like, oh yeah, you remember him from blah blah blah, and I don't remember any of them. So I wonder if there's like something cut out in this movie that set them up a little bit. You know, I don't know what you guys think about those guys. Or I mean, I know they're just kind of throwaway characters, but still,
that's what they're doing. You know, so that's why I see. What do you think about Valkyrie?
Yo,
it's cool to see her show up. Interesting to see her be able to apparently control the Bifrost herself.
That's exactly what I was like. She's controlled the Bifrost without any help. That was what I thought.
Yeah.
What's up, Dre?
What's up?
We were just talking about your show.
What's going on, Dre?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even Kenny said he liked the Flurkins thing. So I'm gonna get to the comments in a little bit. But yeah, she was okay. But again, also it was like, when did Captain Marvel and Valkyrie even like get to know each other? You know, it was like they made it seem like they're BFFs, and I'm trying to remember.
I think that just kind of you know, that kind of comes with the territory at this point, and I don't think it was anything that needed to be justified with a scene. You know, they fought in the war against Thanos together. You know, everyone attended Tony Stark's funeral at some point in time. I just assumed these people crossed paths and, you know, hung out a little bit and became cool.
You say so, during the blip.
That's what I was thinking. It was like just boss girls doing boss girl shit, you know, kind of thing. It was like, yeah, I wish they would have like hinted at something, you know, even a one-liner, like, oh yeah, you know, maybe next, like, I don't know, like, I get it, like, yeah, you know, rich powerful people know other rich powerful people, you know, even in real world. So yeah, I don't know. This started when he goes, oh snap, I didn't do it. Like, nah, we're not calling you out on anything, not on this channel.
Oh, we're talking about good things, man. Good things.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to talk to Dre like offline. Oh man. But yeah, no. Yeah, we appreciate it. Also, go check out Dre Max show, man. He is a lot of fun. He's live. He was live right before us, maybe an hour before us. You know, super fun stuff. So go check out Dre Mac. You'll have a fun time over there.
Always. He has good, really good things he's bringing up, and I like the morning ones because I can drive the car and listen to all the conversations and stuff. So.
Yeah. And he shows up on TMZ, which is fucking awesome. That's super cool, man. You're on TMZ. That's awesome. All right. So we'll do our ratings real quick, and then we'll get into our into all the chats because you guys are leaving a bunch of chats. Where we at? Cool. So we're gonna rate Miss Marvel. Now, later, never. Now means you got to go watch it right now before it gets ruined. Later means you can watch it when it's out on streaming. Never means just skip it completely. Brandman, what are you giving Miss or the Marvels? I'm sorry.
I can give it a now. If you're looking for a fun time, I think this really delivers. You know, it's not. I wouldn't call it a top tier MCU movie, but it's a fun time. I think it did exactly what it set out to do. I think the the way that the main three play off each other was a major selling point for me. I I just had fun sitting through it. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, I thought a lot of the humor worked for me. You know, it's just a fun time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can give it a now. By the way, if for any of our viewers who are in the Chicagoland area, if you have not been to Alamo Draft House in Wrigleyville, go there. That's where I saw it. Very, very nice theater. The food was good and the seats are super comfortable. Check that theater out.
Yeah.
I will give it a now.
Nice. Cool. Brian, what you giving it?
So I was blessed to be able to watch this with my kids, and they loved it. My wife, and we had some parts where we looked at each other like, okay, that was a little weird, but overall, it was a fun, family friendly movie. And that's kind of what I felt about it. There was some cute parts and some other things and some serious parts that I can still enjoy. And it was good. There's some things that are, I've had problems with, but overall, if I was going to just rate it, it gotta be a now, because it did everything it was supposed to do. Everything that the director said it was.
Mm-hmm.
She told you that it's going to be fun. She's not going to take it too seriously, and you're going to enjoy the characters, and that's what it was. So it's a now for me.
Yeah, and same. For both what you guys said and exactly on it. It was fun. It did what I expected it to do, and we didn't even talk about the graphics too much. I thought the graphics was good, great story, very fast paced. Nothing was spoon fed to you.
It was a great story.
No. Good story. It was a good story, not a great story. I do take that back. Because it was a simple story. I'll put it that way. It was a simple story, easy to follow. Which a lot of times in Marvel, it's hard to do at times. A story easy to follow. You're like, wait, what? But you're in this world and there's that dimension, and this one was a very easy one to follow. So, very kid friendly. Everyone else I heard that went and took their kids loved it. So, I don't know if they're going after the younger audience with this one, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, very, very well. So I'm giving it a now as well. Real quick, some of the chat. We got Victorious. So we got Martin over on Twitch. He's giving it a now. Kenny Sparks is saying a later. Giving it a later. Jason said, I love the training montage. Yeah, that was great. That was really great too. Felt so good to see that again. Yeah, the montage stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's missing the Rocky song. Dre Max said it's a great film to hang out with the family during the holiday weekend. Yep.
I agree. So, I think this is a perfect Thanksgiving type of movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I see definitely enjoying that.
Yeah. So, and then we'll finish up with the Rotten Tomatoes. So I'll start off with the audience score because that hasn't moved really at all weekend. It is at a 84%. I think I saw it at 85 earlier in the weekend. So it's right there. I think the audience is liking it. I haven't heard too many people saying it's horrible. But the critics, there's only 287 critics that's seen it so far. It's at a 62%. On Thursday, it was like at a 54, 52. So with more critics seeing it, it did go up a little bit, which is nice to see. It's not the worst rated Marvel film. So, but it's 62 and 84% with the audience, which a movie like this, I think I tend to look at the audience score more anyway.
I mean, if I was good graded like ABC, I would get a B. 84% makes perfect sense. It's a B. It's a good movie.
Yeah. I believe if you want to follow us on Letterboxd, I got to put our links in down there. But I'm Tink Kramer. I don't know. I know you got to set up yours. What's yours, Brian?
I have no idea. It's probably Brian Waller. Just
Brian Waller.
Yeah.
But I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars because I thought it was a lot of fun, which is right up there. That's 80%. So
yeah, it's probably like that. Yeah, I mean, if they made $46.1 million this weekend, which is one of the lowest opening.
I mean, it is Marvel. The lowest. It is the lowest opening. But international made 62, which made worldwide 109.
That's good, and as long as it beats, You got to beat. Was that 120 million? If you beat Shazam, Fury of the Gods, you got to be on that side. That's all it is. You got to be that. You can't be beat by a DCU or DCU movie. As long as you don't get beat by that, you win.
You're fine. I do hope this movie gets some more legs. The first thing I thought about was Elemental. You know, bad opening weekend, really bad opening weekend, but it wound up finishing off really strong, which was good.
A lot more money behind it, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're about 200. Aren't they both 200 million?
Elemental? No, I mean marketing wise, they market the hell out of Elemental.
No, because I didn't remember seeing too much marketing.
I saw it on everything, on every channel I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, you watch a lot more Disney stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Disney put a lot more stuff. Elemental's marketing.
Yeah. Well, you know, this one they couldn't really do much besides some trailers, which I hated the trailers. Now looking back at it, but yeah. So hopefully it does pretty well in it, and I think more people talking positively about it. I think it might do better. It's not $1 billion. Don't get me wrong. It might not. If it gets to 500, I think that'll be a
500.
That'll be a big win for it.
You need to just lower your expectations, bro. Let's get to 250. You get to 250, I'm calling it a win.
Yeah. What's
250 is a win.
Yeah. So, This, I mean, like I said, it's not.
Elemental spent $100 million on marketing.
Okay,
$200 million on the movie, and then $100 million on marketing. Half the budget of one movie was marketing. But they didn't use any
the budget.
No, it's usually like 20%. But yeah. But literally, all you have to do for this movie is market it. I think he would have made more money. And I think that something you said, you know, if they were able to have a red carpet event and the stars were coming out, it would have had more. It would have did more. And I think it's to do this. If it does $250 million and you could justify I wasn't able to market the movie, I think it's a win. You can say it's a good movie. You know, I don't think it makes to Ant-Man Quantumania because of the whole, you know, Kang thing. I think that's why it made it to 400. I think this might be I don't know if I see it's a better movie, but it's in the same realm. So I could see them both making the same amount of money.
Better. It's a way better movie than Ant-Man.
I had problems with the movie. Yeah, so I had issues with the movie, but I think it should make the same amount of money, but it won't. It just won't.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It should.
Yeah. Okay. But that's it for that. Stick around if you're live. We're gonna get into the comments and some other stuff about this real quick before we move on to our next major topic. But we're gonna get into all your comments. If you're watching on the replay, appreciate it. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about the Marvels. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Where are you rating it? But leave a comment. Let us know. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, and you can join us live every Monday and Thursday, talking movies, TV, comic books, trailers, all that good stuff. So you come check us out there. But appreciate all you guys. And like I said, if you're watching live, stick around because we're going to get into all the comments you guys were talking about. All right.
We're going to do one just about the end credit scene.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go through some. What problem? What was like major problems did you have with the movie?
I mean, I thought a major problem with any movie is if you don't have a good villain, then your quality of the movie always drops down. Yeah. You can't you want to say Ant-Man had a great villain.
Yeah.
So when you compare those two movies, I didn't want to say that, you know, in there, but yes, when you compare those two movies, one with a great villain, one with a mediocre, terrible villain that I have no care about, how can I rate the movie better? I can't. Just because I want to push the movie doesn't mean I can rate it.
Yeah. See, because I think like the villain wasn't the main problem. It wasn't the main problem but the villain wasn't the main problem. The problem was the connection the three of them had to each other. That was the main problem. Not the physical, like, you know, switching back and forth. Emotional connection. Because one you have is over idolizes the other one, who's like, "Don't worry, Captain Marvel's gonna save it all," and she's like, "Hey, don't fucking say I'm gonna save the world. Like, I can't do that," you know. So there's that problem, and then the other problem of like, "Oh, my Auntie Carol never came back," you know. So you had like an abandonment issue. So I think the issue was the three of them and the way they saw, especially they saw Captain Marvel. I think that was the main problem was dealing
It's
with
like,
emotional baggage.
that's like
And then
saying
you have this
like,
like side character who's like, yeah, she's not that big of an issue, but
yeah, but that's part of the movie. You need to have in the movie. You need to have a villain. So that's like me saying Scott Lang and his problems with he had with his daughter, and he had with with Hope and all them. That their relationship is the main focus of the movie. That's not good enough to have a focus of the movie.
They didn't have a big enough problem.
But it's not strong enough of a focus for a movie.
It could be.
When you're
100%
doing
could be.
not for the Marvel movie, you need to have a villain.
But
For a
that's why if you
Marvel
do something
movie,
different.
but just not good. Not so like
Yeah.
a villain is half the movie.
Yeah.
The heroes in a hero movie, in a movie about superheroes, you have to have a villain. What makes Lex Luthor so great? What makes Joker so great? Like those, you have to have the villain as part of your superhero if you're having a superhero genre movie.
But you look at Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 wasn't about Doc Ock. It was about the problem Spider-Man was having as being Peter and Spider-Man. Doc Ock as a villain fucking sucked. He wasn't not good. Like, yeah, he broke some shit and stole some things. It's like, he was super basic,
But Spider-Man, you can't compare the Marvels to Spider-Man.
No, but I'm saying if you're talking about the
following to it.
But I'm not talking about the character. I'm talking about the narrative that the story was telling. The narrative is this character based about emotions and about connection and about finding out who you really are, and then there's the bad guy that's still there.
But if you don't have a following of a character, you can't just say that. Like you're trying to compare it to Spider-Man, which is the most popular character.
I'm not comparing Spider-Man. I'm saying like
I'm saying that movie genre, I'm saying with a superhero movie, you need to have a villain. But if you have a character that's that strong of a character, that is the preeminent character in all of it, and all of the superhero thing for Marvel, you can carry it just by his name. But when you
does that make it a good movie though? See, then so you're just saying the name alone is enough.
I'm saying and then you having problems with that character because it's synonymous with what it is. Spider-Man in itself is synonymous with what it is. This is not synonymous with anything. You have to have, create something. So if I'm comparing the two movies, I do need a villain because it's a superhero genre with two characters that aren't not the A tier people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so I agree with the bad guy. The bad guy was suck and it needed to be more fleshed out. 100% agree with that. But the bad guy was also only mattered to Carol Danvers. It didn't even matter to the other two. Like I was surprised.
The entire multiverse was going to be destroyed by this person, so it would matter, and including Earth would but just no one cared about the character, so it lowers the quality of what a movie could be. I still enjoy it. I could still for what it was, but if I'm comparing the two movies, having a better villain creates a higher level of how high this movie can go.
No, I agree. Don't get me wrong, because I know we're arguing, but I agree 100%. I agree that a villain in this movie could have made this movie
a very good movie. Like this movie could have been, a great story along with a great villain makes this to be up there with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not anywhere near there. It's very much Quantumania. Quantumania has own issues, but not with the villain. The villain was great.
But if that's like the villain's the only really good thing in Quantumania until the end, where he fucking gets beaten up by ants.
And now we're talking about Ant-Man versus the Marvels, and that's where you put it. That's what I'm saying. Like you should be a much better villain. I think the movie wasn't unbelievable. It wasn't great.
I would put it above average, and Quantumania was definitely below average.
I think it was average, and I think Quantumania is going to had a better villain, and that's why it's going to make more money.
But it had a shittier story. None of the
story wasn't that great either. Because if you have a bad villain, how can you have a great story?
You can have a good. That's why you can have a good story without a bad villain.
Connections. I think you have great connections. And I thought that this story should have been great because those three together, and if you had those three, a great villain and a great story, it could be epic. It could be almost Avenger-esque type of thing. You're never gonna get that with Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
you're never gonna get that. But you had a better villain, and that's why it's gonna make more money. You know?
Well, also I think it's like you had a bigger
some of it's
villain.
Some of the hate too. Yeah. I mean, Kang.
Oh, yeah.
This is the introduction of
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about Ronan the Third. Like
yeah,
Ronan Jr.
Ronan Light. Yeah. No, I agree. They suck. But Martin said, he goes, now you know how I feel, Tank. We argue over the same reasoning and agree. I think Brian just enjoys poking the bear. Oh, 100%. 100% like poking the bear. Like
it's like if I don't like the movie, it'll be one thing. Yeah, I did like the movie. So
yeah.
But I just don't, if I'm comparing it, I'm comparing to something that, you know, another not A-list character, then you need to have a good villain to really round it out.
Yeah. I think if I had a good villain, it'd be like, if King was in, well, it wouldn't make any sense. But if like a King level villain would have been in this one,
you would need
a King level.
Something like Yeah, you would need something like that. Yeah.
You know, I feel like the actual bad guy should have been the person that Carol killed, was the high intelligence or whatever, the big freaking robot, Supreme Intelligence. That should have been the main villain of this movie.
That's what I had initially assumed, like when the movie was first announced and they were in the early filming stages of it. I think that's what I had assumed, or who I assumed would be the villain.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, and I mean, that was one thing I completely forgot because it was forgettable, you know, where they just tied that up in a couple seconds. And then now it's like a person on the planet was angry. I was like, what? So, like, it should have been the Supreme Intelligence. So
you could have made it a tribunal. You could have done a lot of different things, and they just did not. And that's why I'm like, so how can I say this is a great movie when I have situational problems that are essential to the movie and to the plot of the movie? It's not a great plot. It's not a great, you know.
No, the story itself. The story itself.
Yeah. So
the story itself is simple to follow.
So simple plot, not great story written. Simple, you know, not a terrible villain. How can I say this is a great movie?
I think that's where we're because I don't think the story revolves around the villain. I think the story revolves around the people. And that's where I'm at, because the plot itself is easy to follow. The story of good guy versus bad guy wasn't what this movie was about.
It's a superhero movie, and it's in its rawest form. Superhero movie is good versus evil.
Yeah, so Spider-Man 2. But that's what I'm saying. It's like if you want to say like
Spider-Man 2 is once again you're bringing in like I won't compare it to Superman. It's Superman.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that narrative works. That narrative works
if you're a strong enough character. A Batman movie will work with a terrible villain because it's a Batman,
and it has.
It's Batman. Yes.
Sorry, the Batman villain, like the Riddler, kind of sucked in the Batman.
And it didn't matter because it's Batman. So when you compare it to Spider-Man, it's Spider-Man. It doesn't matter. There's 5 characters that are the greatest characters out there. You know, when you're in the top 5, you're in that top, then you can do whatever you want. But when, especially if you have a good story, but when you're not there, can't. You need a villain.
Yeah, no, like I said, I agree. I agree with that. You need a villain. But all right, let's move on. Because we got a bunch of comments. I'm gonna probably skip over some of the comments just so we can get into the post credit thing. I give Marvel's 2 out of 5. Amon Vellani. All right, I stole the show. I like the fight scenes. The fight scenes were really good in this one.
This choreography was good.
Yeah. Because like them doing the switching and learning how to do that, and that was cool.
That was great. And that should have been more with a great villain. Oh my god! Like why wouldn't Captain Marvel be able to kick her butt by herself anyway? Like
exactly
enough at all.
Yeah. China Paris or Haley Atwell, Brian.
I would rather not. Yes. Like if it had to be one or the other, just no.
Yeah. So here you go. Brandon said it had a lot of different settings and scenes. I like how they did the power entanglement back and forth fight scene. Yeah, that was really well done. So a lot of people are saying this movie was messy, and I don't think it was messy.
I wouldn't
Because
find
a
it
lot of people are
messy
like,
at all.
because to me, messy means it's convoluted, it's like incoherent, it's
No,
like
it
very
just wasn't
confusing.
focused.
I
It wasn't
I would say
focused.
it's focused. I would say it was focused.
No, the focus should have been on the villain, and that's what I'm saying. The focus should have
The
been
villain.
on the villain. So it's the
But
story
that's what I
part.
said. The story
It's
wasn't
a
about the
problem.
villain, but that's how I see it. But but to me, it wasn't messy. I think people are getting messy confused with fast paced. This was a very fast paced movie that that took you through the things you needed to know very quickly. You know what I mean? Like you just need to know she had the bangle. Her grandma gave her the bangle. She did this with the bangle. You know, this is what happened with Photon or Monica. You know, stuff like that. So everything it did pretty quick. To find the montage of them learning their powers was great. Everything was very very fast paced. Maybe a little too fast, I would say at certain points. But through with a simple story, you could do a fast paced movie. But it wasn't messy. And I think people in the MCU, especially with the MCU, are so used to being spoon fed. Like everything they need to know. This is why, you know, the Scarlet Witch is evil. This is why she does this. This is why she does this. This is why this character does that. Where now with these people, you're not spoon fed. You're kind of like, yeah. Like they figured it out. Like how they figured it out. Yeah, we don't need to spend 2 hours of them learning how to figure it out. They fucking figured it out in a 2-minute montage. Cool, move on.
Yeah, they pretty much hopped right
I don't
into
think
it.
that's a problem.
Yeah, but that's what people are saying. You know, like the way their powers, they would constantly switch spots. I was like, they explained it. Whenever they use the powers at the same time, they switch spots. So they're like, oh, but she can use the powers. But if no one else is using the powers when she's using it, then they're not going to.
They have to use. Yeah, they have to be using it at the same time. They explained that perfectly. I have no problem with that.
Like, no, I don't want to, but John Campio was like, oh, it made no sense. They just randomly switched. Like, it wasn't random.
No, Rosa, we both have to be using our powers at the same exact time.
Yeah. Did you want it spoon fed to you or what?
No,
that's the problem.
It was though.
It kind of really was though.
Exactly what it said was happening. They said it exactly in the movie.
Yeah,
this is what happens.
Yeah. So that was kind of like one thing I was like, I'm like, it's not messy. It's very quick. It's very very fast, and we're not as Marvel fans used to that. Because we're used to have a slow kind of like not a slow burn, but a slow kind of build up to the big ending, you know, and all that crazy stuff. So yeah, that's one reason why I liked it was like, oh, it was quick, you know, hour 45, cool. Let's get it going. Is that better than Captain Marvel? And I would watch it again. I agreed. It was better than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I will watch it again too.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. Yeah.
And then Jason said, overall, like the movie, it felt like some of the stuff was cut and missing because they tried to put a cohesive story that was a mess at the beginning, apparently. Yeah, see? I didn't even read that. You know, yeah, I don't know if they like some stuff was cut and missing, but they told you everything you needed to know. You know, and you didn't. The one thing you did not need to watch the shows. The shows can fill in a lot of the quick stuff, like, you know, the whole stuff. But
give you a synopsis real quick of it. Hey, I got my powers touching this. I got my powers touching this. I got my powers from this, you know, and they gave you enough of it. Yeah.
That's what I needed. Although it was cool and funny, some of the problems, I think a movie could have been benefit for 20 minutes more. Concept of villain was great, but didn't get enough of the Hiddleston. Miss Hiddleston.
They're not married. He just called her his significant other.
They have a kid together.
Yeah.
At least one
they're
kid?
together. Yeah, they're together. And that's all that matters. They're in love. That's all that matters. I'm good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would have liked a little bit more, but I was cool with what I got to. When they're always showing up, starting shit. Yeah. Let me see. That was a spoiler. Sorry, Jason. I don't want to show that one. That was a spoiler. Where at the bottom?
Yeah.
See.
I am one of those people.
So she basically destroyed their god. Yeah. And that's what should have been. The Supreme Intelligence was their leader, you know, and that's what it should have been. It should have been the leader of the planet rather than some fighter who took up arms. Sorry, you guys are kind of talking amongst each other and stuff. There we go. Yes, I'm one of those people who considers it messy, mostly because of the incomplete storylines, the way it's structured in terms of when we learned their motivations, and some storylines that were incomplete. What storyline was incomplete?
The villain.
I mean,
It's not
spoiler.
anyone else, because Iman from Vellani's, Miss Marvel.
By the way, guys,
not,
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Yeah. When you
All
get back,
right.
we'll talk the thing.
but Miss Marvel is not incomplete because we know from the show what's going on. So I think that was fine. We, as an outside viewer, you understood what was going on, Monica. And the same thing with Carol Danvers. So I feel like that none of those three were incomplete. But the only thing that's incomplete was them with the villain.
But even I would say not even hers, because her story wasn't really saving the planet. That was secondary to getting revenge. Because if she cared about the planet, then she would have let Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel help her. But as soon as she had the chance to fucking kill her, she was going to kill her.
Yeah, but she didn't trust her because she is also the one who ruined them, and she had her own kid. They even kind of glazed over that her son, her daughter, or whatever kid was dying because they couldn't breathe. Like it was just very glazed over. Like a lot of that stuff was just very
yeah. So which is why you should have gotten a better villain who,
But that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
You don't spend 45 minutes on a movie talking about it and then say that's not that big of a part. It is.
With what? I mean, they didn't spend 45 minutes on the villain. They didn't spend any time with the villain besides like the plan is dying and they want to fix it. But then also she had her own reasons of why, because she could have fixed it any other way. She wanted to do it to Miss Marvel on purpose, or Captain Marvel on purpose. So she went to all her home planets, quote unquote, and effed up all her own plans. So it was more revenge than actual fixing the planet kind of thing, because that was secondary to the revenge. But search of the motivations.
Could just went to Earth for all of it and call it a day.
Pretty much. Atmosphere, water, sun, done. So, but that's why it's like, why can't I just do one when I can do it 3 times and make them really feel it, kind of thing, So, but
you got some.
I got another one. When Kamala's crying about leaving people behind when they're rescuing people from that scroll place, they never brought it up again. She was happy as hell. The next scene. The next scene. What was the next scene after that one?
The next how to control their powers and.
No, see, that was the problem I think that Bree had with it, because the next scene was they were all on the ship, and that's when Valkyrie came and took them all off the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Marvel, Kamala was like, "Oh, don't!" She gave the little kid the toy. She goes, "Don't worry, Captain Marvel's gonna fix it all." I was like, "What?" So I think because she was so oblivious to that Captain Marvel is a person. She saw her as this great being that can do no wrong because she's a superhero. So it wasn't that would have been something that they that I wish. And I know on your review you talked about it. I wish they did maybe take a little bit more of a beat on it, but I'm fine with that. That might be something they can touch on season 2 of Miss Marvel, or something else going later.
Not gonna go back to
she is
movie. I mean, you should if you're gonna do it in a movie, you do it in this movie. Because it's the opportunity is this movie.
Yeah. Why she might make a pat with herself, like, oh, no one gets left behind type of shit. She could do something. She could say something like that or something along those lines. But but again, that's why it's fast paced. This whole movie was fast paced. I wouldn't call that messy. It was just like okay, yeah, they did that and they moved on. And now if she would have pretended like no one died, then I would say that it's messy, because then it becomes incoherent at that point. I thought it was a great opportunity for Kamala's idea of the hero needs to be challenged. Yeah, Carol left those people as a great learning moment for Kamala, just done. Yeah, I think that's why they could have got into that. That would have been maybe a little bit more interesting.
I would call it incomplete.
What?
I guess I would call that incomplete. I guess
I wouldn't call that incomplete because she was so blinded by who she was. She didn't think about stuff like that. She goes, "Oh my God, Captain Marvel told me to do this. I did it. Now Captain Marvel's going to save the day. Oh, Captain Marvel's going to do this." Everything was, she was so blinded by Captain Marvel, that
by her fandom,
Yeah. By the end of the movie, she realized, when she said sorry, for putting you on like a pedestal, but it took her a while, So that's why I wouldn't say that was incomplete. I wouldn't say none of it because the villain wasn't incomplete. The villain was barely completed to be incomplete. You know, you have to actually build something to destroy it. So
yeah, to say it's not completed would make it incomplete. I think they had that there and they didn't complete it, so I will say that's incomplete.
I mean,
and then they told you about it 45 minutes into the movie. Here's your motivation. 45 minutes into the movie.
That's the issue. They should have gave her the motivation earlier, so we could have understood a little bit more.
That's what you did to Black Panther. You told showed what happened immediately, and then you could revisit it later because we have a full story. You didn't give it a full story.
Yeah.
So it's not. All right, never mind.
But they did that in Iron Man 1. They did that in Iron Man 1. You didn't find out his reasons until like the end of the movie.
But once again, that one was a beginning.
Yeah,
for it was
Iron Man was a big character
because
Iron Man was not a big character in the
it was the beginning movies. There was nothing before it. There was nothing that was adding into it. It was all its own in the one movie.
Yeah, but still a movie. Movie has plot devices.
But it's all its own thing in this movie. You weren't putting different things in the same movie. So I get what you're saying. It's not the same. We're comparing things that aren't the same. You know.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. So yeah, real quick. So Kevin said domestic box office, Hunger Games 30 to 40, which is nice. Wish is 50 to 60. That's really good. Yeah, the Beyonce is that's a lot for the Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
15 Wonka. I think Wonka looks stupid. And Aquaman,
I'm gonna give Wonka. Yeah, I'm gonna give Wonka a chance because I really like the director.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I'm not excited.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Hunger Games. I'm hearing really good things about Hunger Games, like really good things, which is surprising.
For the life of me, I cannot get interested in the new Hunger Games.
I was barely interested in the old ones, so
yeah.
But one thing, Kevin said people are going to wait to see the Marvels on Disney Plus, 100%. So that's the kind of the problem you have when you have like a streaming service that you're like, I'm paying for this. Once it comes here, I'll just wait. So.
Especially now that the stuff is coming on the streaming services even quicker than what we were previously used to.
Yeah,
probably be on there in a month and a half.
Yeah, 45 days. We'll see by the end of next month. Beyond Disney Plus. All right. So let's talk about the post-credit scene real quick and the Young Avengers. What kind of that could be? Because really, that should have been its own post-credit scene. I don't know why they crammed it in at the end because it felt like. Right? Okay.
It felt tacked on to the ending. Yeah, it could have been like the end credit scene for sure.
There should have been two post-credit scenes.
Two post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree.
Right, let's talk about them. All right. What is up? My name is St. Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about the Marvels, but just the ending part of it, because there was a kind of a post-credit scene, but it wasn't a post-credit scene that we just talked about. And we have like a Nick Fury light, I guess, a young quote unquote Nick Fury building a young Avengers, and then we have the post-credit scene, the official post-credit scene. So we'll start off with the part with Miss Marvel. What do you think about the young Avengers and who should lead them? So in this scene, spoilers, obviously, Miss Marvel is doing a little Nick Fury thing in the shadow, and Kate Bishop walks through the door, and she kind of recruits Kate Bishop into she's starting a new team, that type of thing. So obviously, she brings up Cassie Lang too. She goes, "Oh, did you know Ant-Man have a daughter?" So you already assume Cassie's in it, Miss Marvel, and now Kate Bishop. What do you guys think about the Young Avengers? The start of it, at least.
I think it could be cool. I think it could be cool. I'm curious to see where they go with it. I think it might be a little more fitting, maybe as like a limited Disney Plus series potentially. Or if they make a movie, I'd be totally cool with that too. It was cool to see. It's nice to see that we're so far and so invested in the MCU at this point that they can do stuff like Young Avengers and other teams beside the Avengers. So I'd be interested to see it. As for the leader, I'm not sure. you'd assume that it would be Kamala Khan, but I don't know that she has those kind of leadership qualities just yet.
Is she old enough for
I could
them to
I could
follow
see
her?
that's exact. I could see it being Kate Bishop. Um,
You got
potentially.
recruited to it. I don't know if you being recruited into it makes you the leader.
The leader.
When Iron Man got recruited into the Avengers, he was basically the de facto leader alongside Cap. So
But it was always Cap.
Mhm.
Yeah. But Cap
Yeah.
was never even recruited into it. Wasn't he just like
He was just
placed in there?
from yeah.
Yeah, like here you go.
And you were the beginning, so here you go.
Yeah. It depends on who else they bring in. I think we'll see. But I think as of right now, it's got to be Kamala, right?
I think it has to be Kamala. But it's gonna be very hard for her to be the Kamala because she's so young and she's not that leader type of person. She has a lot of growing in herself to do. But the Young Avengers will have that as part of the plot device. Growing into yourself and figuring out who you are is part of what they are. That's why they're the Young Avengers. So
I mean, are they going to duplicate the Avengers, the first one? You know, who was the leader? Was Iron Man the leader? Was Captain America the leader? Like they were trying to figure out their place in the team and stuff, and figure out the team in general. So I wonder if there might be something like that. You know, I'll be cool with it. You know, but you know, who else do you think is going to be in it? So we already know cast, like I said. Who else?
Speed and Wiccan, probably.
You need you can't have an all-girl Young Avengers right now.
No, yeah.
Probably Speed and Wiccan. I'm not sure who else.
I see Iron Lad. I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Avengers with Iron Lad, King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You do Iron
Lad.
You could have
what's her name from Wakanda? What from
Riri Williams?
Yeah, Riri will make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is you can't have you need more people with powers.
Yeah.
You can't just like have non-powerful people and say you're gonna have the Young Avengers. You need some people with some powers.
Yeah. I mean right now Speed and Wiccan are probably the ones with the powers.
I mean,
Kamala
has powers.
Yeah, Patriot would be good. They already introduced them in the show. America Chavez, that she's already introduced as well.
Forgot about America Chavez.
And Ironheart, which is Riri Williams. Should be good. Can you get a haircut first? Scar. Nah, I don't want to see him there because his character in the comic books, he's not a team player like that. You know, they need to figure him out first.
I mean, neither is Hulk really, but
neither. No, but they put him in teams and they learn how to use him. Scar is a very different version of like something like Hulk. I don't know. Oh, this one's good. We'd love to see Kid Loki, like in the comic book, especially knowing that what he had done, what he had a version of him in Loki.
That'd be cool.
That'd be super cool. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah. Nova in the mix. That would be a cool one too. I wouldn't mind Nova. We are forgetting about one big one, Spider-Man.
No, he's Spider-Man. No. You can't know. Spider-Man. No.
Yeah.
You don't think they're gonna pull Spider-Man in? Because he's
not. He's
about the same age as he's an Avenger.
He's an Avenger. He's not a Young Avenger. I thought you were gonna say Adam.
Nah. He's too intergalactic, kind of spacey. He's already in the Guardians. He's already in the Guardians.
He is a Guardian.
Yeah. I could see Spider-Man, maybe like an in and out kind of guy. But
Spider-Man is literally going to be the leader of the Avengers. Like he's literally going to be the leader of that. He's the only one carrying it.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Maybe Miles. Maybe, but you would have to introduce him and do a lot of stuff. Everyone we're talking about so far, besides Nova, is even Nova wouldn't be too much of a stretch because the hell they're called. We already met the planet and all that shit. The Nova Corps.
You can't say Nova. You say Nova. That's But that's you're gonna say one's not, it's too intergalactic and the other was not intergalactic.
That's true too.
Okay, what?
That is true. Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
That's not going. Peter's already an Avenger. You can't say we're going to put you on the B team. No, that's not going to work.
Well, technically, he's not an Avenger anymore. No one knows who he is.
But he's going to be the one who pulls it all together. And we see that from what's going to happen to Captain America.
Yeah. Thor's little girl, Love.
Oh, she got power.
Maybe. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. That's not a bad one. And you can age her up a little bit. You can always time skip, or she's fucking eternity, so she can, be a 15-year-old.
We're skipping around for a reason. For us, specifically me and you, Tank.
We're skipping. Yeah. I know that. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Little TJ. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense at all. I mean, fucking Wakanda don't even know who he is. Why would anybody else? For me, we have to Clint Bart. I would love it to be Clint Barton to be the leader. Like he's the Nick Fury of it all. That'd be kind of cool.
I like that. That's a good idea.
If he's the Nick Fury of it all, I like that.
Because Nick Fury doesn't have to have powers to be the leader. That makes sense.
Yeah. He's the guy in the back. He's the guy kind of.
He's the dad.
Putting the pieces together. Yeah.
Avengers. Dad.
Yeah. I do like that. I do like that too. I could introduce Nova in the Young Avengers movie or show. They could, but Brian, pointed out what I already said. It's you're going with somebody who's like super spacey.
You might as well go ahead and do Adam Warlock.
Yeah. There's also Hemdale's son who's getting trained right now.
Heimdall's.
Hemdale's, yeah. That's true too. Just give him better CGI, please. But either way, I got pretty hyped about him. Like, that's cool.
And not have him go by Axel.
That was so stupid.
There were cheaper ways for YTD to make a Guns N' Roses music video.
Yeah, he literally put an Axel in the movie. But I don't know. You guys got anything else before we move on to the post credit? But anything about the Young Avenger scene?
I just think it should have been a post credit so you could have them together. If you have those together, now it's hard because it's not enough for just this. But if you put them together, this would have been a really great, end credit. Or is it just because the second part of the end credit was so awesome that it didn't even matter?
Yeah,
but overshadow everything else.
Who was it? Jason Entertainment said it was supposed to be, and then it got switched over, which I can 100% see that's what it was supposed to be. It just doesn't fit at the end of the film, but it fits as a post credit scene. But whatever, it was still awesome. I enjoyed it. And then that just further proved why Kamala Khan is just she's so much fun. She's so great.
Yeah.
So, but cool.
I just liked her doing it. It was just she's so cute, and it just was so awesome seeing it. And Kate Bishop made sense. Just probably should have did more from it, but you can continue to do it in other scenes. Like this could be in credit scenes in other movies as we go along. Once again, Captain America, you could do it again.
Yeah. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Like build up the team in post credits. That'd be cool.
This should have been a post credit. But whatever.
Yeah. It should have been a post credit. It didn't fit with the movie, but it would have made sense as a post credit. But whatever. But let's get into the actual post credit scene. So this is huge spoilers. If you haven't watched it yet or seen it, whatever, got spoiled by it, a quick breakdown of it is at the end of the movie, Monica has to make the sacrifice play, and she's on the other side of the portal or of the hole or whatever when she closes it. So in the post-credit scene, she's in the hospital bed, wakes up and sees her mom alive. So she starts freaking out, crying, calling her mom and blah, blah, blah. Right. And then she kind of pulls out. She goes, "What are you talking about? I'm not your mom." And then somebody starts talking. Sounds kind of familiar. Then it cuts to Beast, of all people. Beast looking at a monitor, breaking down the situation that that binary found you, you know, out in space, you know, blah blah blah. And then Monica, Marie Rambeau, Monica's mom, quote unquote, takes off her blanket or whatever she had on. I forgot what she had, whatever covering up, and she has the binary outfit on. So in this universe, in this timeline dimension, whatever the hell we're calling it now, Marie Rambeau is not Captain Marvel. She is binary, and she's with the X-Men. And Beast is still Kelsey Grammer. I was just seeing Beast. I lost it. I lost it.
I love Beast. And Kelsey Grammer is Beast. He's the voice of Beast in my mind, always.
Even before he was.
Just what is.
And I'm happy they brought him back. Dude, like I'm happy with the character redesign. The CG motion capture I thought looked great. I love that, like, they made him look like the animated series and Jim Lee run, like with the square jaw, the underbite, even the hairdo, and like the more kind of like pointy ears. What would have made that scene complete for me with Beast, because he's one of my favorites too. You know what would have made it complete for me is if he entered the room walking on the ceiling.
I would love. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. If he came in walking on the,
he's hanging down, like he's looking at the file hanging down from the ceiling, just like just watching you.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, that was, oh man, like it was so cool to see it, just to see Beast, and I like that if they're gonna start bringing in more X-Men, you know, that's the aside from Professor X, like, you know, we obviously got that in Doctor Strange. It was cool to see them start with Beast. He's always been one of my favorites too. And yeah, I was so happy that Kelsey Grammer was still voicing him and presumably doing the motion capture as well. Because like you're not gonna get any better than Kelsey Grammer as live action Beast. I'm going to give Nicholas Hoult his flowers. He did great with the younger version of Hank McCoy, but Kelsey Grammer is just the chef's kiss.
Exactly.
That voice is
that's Beast. He's Beast. I mean, he became president. He has so many parts of it. It just it only works with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious to see, you know, depending on where they go with the X-Men moving forward. Let's just keep Kelsey Grammer as Beast. we got to do that. And yeah, it was cool. I would have loved if the instrumental that they played when they kind of show like Beast walking around and standing next to the X-Men door, like rather than playing the instrumental from X-Men 2, I would have liked if they did a version of the animated series one.
Yeah. Do what they did for Kamala.
For Kamala and Professor X and in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. No, at the end of the Miss Marvel show when she's like,
that too. That too.
Played in the background. Yeah. That should be the sound. Yeah. It was epic. You know, Kenny said, I nearly died when Beast walked across that screen. Same, man. Same. It caught me completely off guard.
I heard a gasp. People in the theater went,
yeah. That was probably me. You heard me from another theater gasping so loud. I was like not expecting it. It was so awesome. I'm so glad I did not spoil it for me. And then unfortunately, like I said, it's hard to stay off the internet. And that's why I went with Brandon. He said some douchebag spoiled it for me last week. A picture of it across my timeline. I think it made a comment about it on the last show. Yeah, I remember you saying like it got spoiled for you. Yeah, that sucks, man. You know, that's super annoying. Like the movie just came out. Like at least give it the weekend. At least give it the week, which is why we do it on a Monday. You give it the weekend, let it breathe a little bit. People are gonna go see it that are, you know, diehards anyway. So yeah, you know, putting it out there like on a Thursday or a Friday or Thursday, because that was our last show. That's messed up, man. I mean, it's at that point, it's been out for an hour, you know, maybe, you know.
Yeah, that's a dickhead move.
That's a super dick move. That sucks though, man. That got spoiled for you. There you go. Yeah, Boone's got it. He goes, give me his name.
Yeah. You can give it to me too. I just want to talk.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm the nice one. You can bring him in the movie, put him in the room with me. He'll be fine.
Is that Kelsey? I believe so. That's what everyone's saying. I believe I looked it up and it was.
His name was in the credits too.
Yeah.
Yep, that was
I didn't know.
Kelsey Grammer.
Nice.
Yeah, at the very end of the main cast credits, it shows up. Yeah. That was he just looked amazing too. I was completely happy with it.
Yeah, he mentioned Charles. Yeah, so it's not the one the 838, so it's not the one from Multiverse of Madness. It's another timeline, which is awesome.
Yeah, because Charles is dead in that one. Obviously, Charles is dead in the in like the Fox run that we've seen.
Foxverse, yeah.
The Foxverse, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was awesome.
What about you, Brian?
I don't know, because you say it's not 838 but you're using the same Rambo, the same name from that one. So like it's
no, she was Captain Marvel in the 838. The one when she was in the Illuminati, she wasn't binary.
She wasn't. You're right. She wasn't binary.
Yeah, this one she's binary, which it brings up a whole nother set of issues. But whatever.
It's too many kind of confusing things, and we have to kind of unravel that. So we'll see. But if this is your introduction of X-Men, and if you're gonna use this in Deadpool to bring all the X-Men in, all I need is here. I'm good. You don't even have to explain it for me. Honestly, I'm that much of a fan right now. You can just play the music, say Deadpool brought him in, and say I'm like, cool, done.
Yeah. Like that's it. I'm good.
Does it make sense? Does it need to make sense?
Yeah. At this point, yeah. Yeah. At this point, none of it makes sense. As long as it ends with making sense. If you want to introduce it all crazy and willy-nilly, whatever. I don't give a shit. But as long as it ends at the end of this big, I was gonna say Battle World. Secret Wars.
I'm all for it.
At Battle the end World of that, is it? Yeah. So right now, do all that cool shit. Deadpool's gonna be insane. Like after seeing this postcard, it's gonna be so crazy. Like how many versions of everybody we're gonna get.
Deadpool 3 is gonna be wild.
And it's gonna be $1 billion. I guarantee that thing's gonna be $1 billion, no doubt.
I'll give it $1 billion right now. Come on.
But on it, okay. So the MCU feels very connected now. Doctor Strange and Clea with the incursions. Yep. Loki redacted. Yep. Quantum Mania mentioned it in recent situation. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, they're starting to reconnect things again. And we'll see how it all works out. Because
the hand of Feige. You felt the hand of Feige.
Hand of Feige. It just comes in. It's just a hand with a cap on it that says Marvel.
Green comes down.
Yeah. Kenny said, "I think there are people who are mutants in the 616, but the X-Men are from a different universe. Battle World, Incursion, Secret Wars. Yep. That's what."
So you I just say you could just grab all that, and as long as you have a Battle World, we're good.
Yeah. That's all that matters when it brings it to that.
It just opens a lot of questions. What are they doing? Are they slowly trying to put in, another? Are you trying to get rid of Jonathan Majors? Would that help out with the whole thing? So it opens up so many things. But all I really care about. That's all I care about. Who cares about anything else?
Right.
Give me a great beast.
So we said, yeah. Oh my god. And like Brandon said, he looked amazing. He looked great. Yeah. That was kind of. Let's zoom up.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Bunga said he's dead in the future. Yes, talking about Xavier, but not right now. I don't know how that works because technically, yeah, Logan's set in 2029.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but or are we caught up yet?
Oh,
because technically, isn't the MCU 5 years ahead because of the whole 5 years skip?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, right.
There's so many things they have.
Yeah, it's comics. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, came back in Fox. He did, but then they killed him at the end of Logan. So, spoilers, I guess. I wouldn't mind seeing McAvoy because I'll be honest, Patrick Stewart may not have much time left.
Your mouth.
Yeah,
you don't even say that. Why would you speak? You know what?
Yeah.
Don't speak that into me. Come on. No. He's always there.
He's always there. He goes, I don't know who Binary is. So from what I understand, Binary is a version of Captain Marvel of Carol Danvers. So now you're getting into that whole race swapping kind of thing. You know, I don't think
they never named her Photon.
Yeah. Which that was one of my issues. I'm like, come on. Like she could have saw a picture of her mother in the memory sharing thing because her mom was named Photon on her let's say spaceship on her aircraft.
Yeah, that was her that was her call signal. Yeah.
Her call sign. Yeah. You know, so that would have been really good. You know, if they would have just thrown that in there and stuff. I did like when they gave Photon her suit for the first time and she had the little tassel things. I was cracking up. Do I have it's buried here? But she had those in the original in one of her looks and she like took them off. I thought that was funny. But I was like literally the only person that laughed. Because she's like, oh, these things are stupid. And I laughed and like no one laughed. And Erica looked at me, she goes, what? I'm like, oh,
ha! And it was like,
yeah. They don't get the joke. I'm like you got to know. If you don't know that character, then yeah, you're not going to laugh. When it comes to multiverse and time travel, making sense is optional. Exactly. The mutants and Avengers, not the same universe, right?
Who knows?
Doesn't seem like it.
Does it matter?
It doesn't seem like it, but does it matter?
Does it matter? That's all I care. Give me Beast. Let's not explain it all. Let's just say we got it.
I'm kind of like I didn't expect Beast, which is awesome because it showed off how cool he can look, which is sounded great. Got Kelsey Grammer back, awesome, and he looked amazing. You know, so yeah, I definitely loved it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're in different universes. Same, because technically Kamala Khan is a mutant. You know, I don't know. And then Patrick Stewart is in great shape. Yeah, don't put that evil out there, man.
Exactly. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, it actually hurt me a little bit more because, like Brandon Davis, I wanted to tell him this. I'm a huge Trekkie. I'm huge Trekkie. Huge. Like, I care more about Star Trek than Star Wars. But I love all of it.
Yeah. Last couple ones. Namor and Kamala are mutants. They had Namor too. Mutants, but no such thing as X-Men in 616 to my knowledge. They haven't said anything yet. But yeah, technically I forgot Namor.
But once you start eliminating strands and you can bring the Beyonder and all that stuff into it, once we're going to be able to do in Deadpool, you can just eliminate all this stuff and put them all in the same world.
Yeah.
So just throwing Beast in it, that's all that matters. You can just eliminate the world. It doesn't matter which world it was from. Yeah.
And the more and more we get closer to Secret Wars, the more and more I'm okay with a reboot. Like a soft reboot or a soft restart, whatever the hell we're calling it. Where like, cool, yeah, we get Iron Man back, we get this back, we get all these people back with Fantastic Four, with the X-Men.
All you need is a battle world.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It'll fix everything. Yeah. Poon said, I love Patrick, but yeah, he's not the only one that running out of time. These movies can take years for a payoff. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Picard. There you go. So Picard. Do you guys think we will see more X-Men announcements coming now that the strikes are over? Hopefully, really soon. X-Men, so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not X-Men, not anytime soon. But definitely Fantastic Four.
Exactly. You can't. But the fact that we've been waiting for Fantastic Four for like forever, like, like it's the only thing that you need. It's Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm trying to think of when the next con is or anything. I don't know. They're gonna announce it pretty soon. They have to announce it pretty soon because, like it or not, we all enjoyed this movie. It's flopping. As of right now, it's flopping. So sometime towards the end of its run, if it still doesn't have good numbers, to hype people up, they might do a here's the announcement kind of thing. A good announcement makes people forget about the last F up. So we'll see how that works out. I was like
Joy LaForge.
Your pin, your badge. There you go. Who's Tricky just also got Paramount just for Star Trek. Nice. Well, be careful because there's a rumor that Warner Brothers wants to buy Paramount. So,
oh my god, don't do it.
You might get Fast and Furious and Star Trek in the same universe.
I mean, you can. I mean,
that's why.
Family.
Nothing's off limits when you got family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Youngest guy from Star Trek 2009 was killed by a Jeep.
Yeah, Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So sad. I was being that one.
Yeah, he was great. They recast Superman. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
we knew that.
So you saying we can cast?
Yeah, I know.
You're coming to our wheelhouse, Brandon. It's all coming in.
Oh,
it's
man.
almost like you're one of us when you're trying to not to be one of us. Just saying.
No one can stay when we go. Yep. Which I'm fine with, man. Bring in new people. These characters are gonna live forever. Even in the comic books, they start to look different. As time goes by, they start getting drawn different and stuff like that. So, whatever. What MCU movie or show could get the MCU back on track? Deadpool.
Deadpool will do it all.
Yeah.
Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah, at this point.
Deadpool, Fantastic Four. You can and you could have Victor Von Doom, and all that will work.
Mm-hmm.
Get down. Yeah. But the next $1 billion big one is probably going to be Deadpool. Everything else might be okay if they do it well, but Deadpool could really kick it up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Was Picard good? I think you did a review.
I did a whole review on it, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
You did a review.
It was season 3 of Picard was so good. It just made you feel good. Like all the warm feelings I have for the next generation was in there. That's all you need.
So if you're a fan, really, really like it. So I remember watching most of season 1, and then I just kind of stopped because I just stopped. But I enjoyed it.
Was good. Season 3 was good. Season 3 fixed every season 2, so don't worry about it. Let's not talk about season 2.
Yeah, there you go. And the Chris Pine trilogy was underrated. Chris Pine, that was really good.
That was really good. I like that one.
Agreed.
Enjoyed him a lot. All right,
it's not over. Still not over.
What? Yeah. Do you think we would get Spider-Man 4 Tom Holland news soon? Yeah, I can see the news coming soon. I can definitely see that
within the next month or two. Sure.
Yeah, like I said, like towards the end of the year, if the Marvels is really not performing still, like say it doesn't get any money and just completely is a flop, like horrible flop, you're gonna see a bunch of announcements. Like Marvel is gonna want to move past that really quick.
It can't be that much of a flop.
Not like that. I hope not, man. It was like I said, it's a fun movie. It's a good movie. Does it have problems? It has some problems, of course. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but it's not trash. It's not a trash movie. Like some of these people are just like, oh, it's trash. The MCU and it's trash. I was like, no, stop. It's
whoever says MCU is just.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start with them. Like, go get laid or something. You freaking loser.
Losers.
Yeah. I'll shut up.
There you go. You who's asking what we do for a living? That's what Brandman's gonna do. He's gonna open a school for incels and teach you how to be a man. Teach you how to be not an incel anymore. Brandman School of Stop Being a Bitch.
Man. So how far do I take this?
Take it. I can always cut it out.
Because let's say the pimp hand was way strong. So I mean, he's just going to pimp hand everybody. Just that's what should be in Deadpool. You should be in Deadpool just with a pimp hand, just slapping people in like MCU. What the hell's wrong with you? Come on.
You seen that video of the guy that slaps like the kid that was picking on his daughter, and then all the people keep coming up to him and like, boom,
I have seen that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's Brandman with all these MCU dickheads. Yeah, the MCU. Yeah. All right.
Freaking losers.
Yeah, we got to finish up. It's past midnight for us. It's sad to see. Yeah, I know. It's oh my god. I'm probably not even going to sleep because I already hear my son awake. So it's sad to see the Marvels isn't doing really good. Enjoy the film. Predicted it was going to be another $1 billion, but don't know if they'll hit that this time. Yeah, that prediction was a little off, man. But it is a good movie. It is a good movie. It was a fun movie. Yeah, $1 billion. Yeah.
Good movie. It could have been a great.
It could have been a really great movie. It could have been a game changer. It really could have been a game changer. But one thing,
problems. But you know what? You can't let the problems. It's a comic book thing. Why do the problems have to dictate everything? Who cares? Let's just F it.
Yeah. But also, it's like, so everyone's talking about this is the lowest grossing opening weekend for a Marvel movie. Right, which it is. I'm not saying it's not. It is. It's a fact. But also, there's always two sides you can look at it. It's also the highest grossing for a female Black directed movie. The highest grossing opening weekend for a female Black director movie. So it's like, what side do you want to focus on? You want to focus on as the biggest flop in MCU history, or it's the best opening weekend for a female director or Black female director? So. And I like Nia DaCosta. I thought, she had her tones in it a lot. I felt like it was her kind of movie. But especially after that Variety article was saying like she had nothing to do with it. It was all Kevin Feige. Her name only type of shit. So, yeah,
we don't say Variety on this channel.
Exactly. It's called V from now on.
We'll start exactly. Just say that other Variety. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's always gonna be the negative comment. It's always gonna be the negative thing, But there is a bright side to that too. They're like, oh look, it is also this, But no, it's like, nah, that don't count. I don't care about that. All right, let's get out of here, man. No COD, based on a real show called Slap. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, Brand Davis versus the DCFU.
FU.
Yeah. All right. So we didn't get to talk about Invincible. That's fine. No one's watching those videos anyway. We'll talk about it on Thursday. Because now we have no more Thursday show. So the new Thursday show will probably be Invincible because that gets released on Thursdays too.
Exactly. So, that's why I was like, let's just do that.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the last episode 2 and 3 on Thursday, and then we'll have some fun. We'll see. We'll try to get another guest or something on Thursday. But cool. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us. Man, you guys are awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
We got like 21 views at one point, which is for us a new high. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. There's so many people in chat. I can't say thank you to everybody. But check out so many of these guys. If they have a YouTube channel, please go check them out. They're super fun. Kenny Sparks, I know, was in here a lot. Dre Mac, Matt Film Show. All these guys have like awesome channels. So definitely go check all of them out. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Thank you guys. We will see you guys on Thursday. talking about Invincible and some other stuff. We'll watch some trailers. We didn't get to watch the Garfield trailer.
I'll probably come in Thursday with eating a Butterburger, just like
just all.
I'm like, this is marketing, MCU.
There you go. Oh, you should do that. This is wear your Culver's thing.
It's right there. So that's what
I think you did wear one before at one time. So
I came in.
Yeah, just eating one. All right, appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Martin, all because of Martin.
Yeah. Professor Fan Film, thank you. Be safe. Kenny Sparks and Nia DeCosta is great. Kenny Sparks later. Mika G, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you guys. We will see you guys on Thursday, and have a good one. Later.
Good night.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.